Fam, how are we doing? Thank you all so much for being here. And if you are new here, hi, my name is Nikki. I do comedic reviews of some of your favorite reality TV shows. The reality TV show that we're going to be talking about today is Love Island. If you were expecting me earlier for the Real Housewives of Atlanta, please forgive me. I foolishly thought that I could go to Costco to get ahead of my Juneteenth Part 2 celebration, and that was stupid because everybody had the same idea. Everybody, that Costco was packed. It took me forever to get home. Forgive me, I am not leaving my house tomorrow because I'm going to be in all day cooking. So I will be here for the Real Housewives of Atlanta live. So please tune in. But the reality TV show that we are talking about today is Love Island. This is a fun show that we all love and enjoy. It's also a social experiment and social commentary about what is the current dating scene like today for what generation and or so culture. Disclaimer, young people, right? COVID teens, hello. Making decisions that a lot of us who are older made, but we didn't have the world watching or cameras in front of us. We also were not manipulated by production, and we also weren't on 4 hours of sleep and being picked and prodded to entertain people. Give them grace. If you are watching this show and you feel like you need to find the people's social medias or their families and give them a talking to, you should stop watching. If it's not fun, don't do it. Don't do it. Leave them people alone. There's a reason why they have limited comments on all the social medias and why their families are no longer allowed to run their social media while they are in the villa. Yikes. Yikes. Anyway, I am so glad to be here with you guys. Let's get into it. Let me bring up my comments. Also, you guys are already talking in this chat. There's a lot of comments so far. If you want me to read your comment, I'm telling you, I stay here for like 2 or 3 hours trying to get through every comment. I'm not sure. I'm not going to say I'm not sure. I won't be able to get to each and every one of them. If you want a comment for me to read your comment, you got to super chat your girl. You can also, Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. I have my notifications on. So if that happens, I will absolutely respond to that. I'm not going to lie, I kind of prefer it. because YouTube doesn't get a cut of that. But I still love you, YouTube. But seriously, if you want me to read your comment, if it's that dire to you, you're going to have to super chat, baby. There's a lot of people in this comment section. Let's get into it. Let me tell you something. Those numbers meant absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. The show production was going to play what they wanted to play. They were going to play what they wanted to play. Like, it doesn't matter what number anybody chose. It was not random. They were going to play the videos that they wanted to play. And I think they absolutely wanted men to know that they thought that they were garbage and that Kenzie was moving foul. I think what production wanted to get through to the cast that they could not get through to them, they got through to them clips, and I am forever thankful. Shout out to the Love Island movie night editors. You ate that. You ate that. Whoever in the chat, I think it was Tuesday or Monday's live, whoever said that Corbin was going to get a kick out of watching his movie night clips, you were absolutely right. Corbin did not care. Corbin did not care. He set up, got his pillow, and started watching. I was waiting for him to get popcorn. He was so elated watching his debauchery. He loved every moment. Oh, bruh, that's me. He did not care. Oh, that boy is a wonder. He is a wonder. He did not care. He was just looking to see if everybody was taking in his nonsense. He did not care. And dare I say that him and Parmesan are a match made in hell. They are perfect for each other because the way he was reacting to movie night, she was doing the same thing. Oh, God, boo! I can't believe this. Look at this. Why would you put it out there? Oh, my God. 27, what? Y'all. 27. Why would you put it up there? Why would you show that? Oh, my God. Oh, God. 27. What? 27. I am gagged by this girl. And she's the eldest. She is the eldest sibling. That whole bloodline is in danger. That whole bloodline is in danger. My God, I hope they got a smart middle child in that family. Yikes. But her and Corbin, perfect. They literally are the same thing. Both of them got a kick out of movie night. Both of them got a kick out of watching that. Casting, where did you get these people from? What was going on with casting for this season? I am this cast, I could have never conjured this up. Where did y'all go to find these people and how did they make the cut? Here's also the thing about Corbin's movie night. It was a Corbin and KC mix. It started off with Corbin and then it just went into KC. And I'm like, I have never seen a movie like this before. They do not like them guys. I guarantee you production has heard them say worse. And they are trying to get out as much as they can. They can only show what they've shown us. But I think that they have all seen worse. And they're just you guys have got to know how awful these men are. And they have to see how awful they are. Because Casey already got his lickings. Why we got him up there again? And it was showing everything that we had all asked production to show. We got the girls in the villa are high school girls, and the Casa girls are college girls. And let me tell you something. When when Corbin said that, Trinity was and just stared them down the rest of Corbin's movie night. Because I'm surprised that Trinity didn't say, can I say something? I am so surprised because that out of everything she watched from Corbin, that's what she had a problem with the most. You know what? Also, within this movie night, I'm over the Casa girls except for not Jessica Alba. I'm really over all of them. They have a dark demonic spirit. It's just so nasty, all of them, except for not Jessica Alba. I don't understand how you get joy out of watching women be hurt, like out of watching these men say nasty and terrible things about the women. I gotta say, I don't, being real honest, and I've always said this, so and I'm gonna stand by it because who gonna jump me? Exactly.
Who gonna check me?
Who gonna check me? Well, I have always been a woman that supports a woman's rights and wrongs, right? Especially black women, especially dark skinned black women. You're not gonna say nothing about a dark skinned chick over here. It won't happen. It is taking so much out of me to critique Amora. Why are you awful? I'm trying so hard, sister. Why are you awful?
I'm going to tell you why.
Tell me why.
She's awful because Sincere did not bring her back.
Mm-hmm.
And, it's a jealousy issue. She wants to see Melanie cry because he told her, you know what I mean, that he was feeling her too. So,
but it's just like it wasn't even when it was Melanie's turn.
Yeah,
she was laughing and smirking with the other couples.
Because
like, why was this funny to you? I don't understand.
Bring her back, and they brought her back. So she got an ex to grind.
America, we did wrong with that one.
I didn't say it was right. I'm just saying she has an ex to grind. You know what I mean? Because she's the one that was dumb.
What was funny?
She want everybody to see him. All that stuff he was saying. But he did tell her that he got a connection back. You know what I mean? It was up to her to let him play her.
But I'm still not going to put that on Sincere.
Mm-hmm.
Because you didn't know these women. And like woman to woman, I would never. I feel like everybody, maybe they're young, but I just feel like humans, period. Like, you don't laugh at anybody's pain. Like, you don't laugh at somebody hurting. They all, except for not Jessica Alba, they all were like laughing at like these guys be terrible to the OG girls. But when it was the guys playing one of them, they didn't find nothing funny. Ew. And I tried to not say nothing about Amora. I tried, but I'm just watching this and I'm like, oh my God, you're awful. Bye-bye, girl. I tried, sister. I tried. Anyway, Corbin, who loved his movie night, also gave a terrible apology. If it was one. He was like, I stand by everything I did. Yeah. I meant what I said. Oh, I know. How I just want to know, how does his mother feel watching him? Like, that's your child. You pulled him right out of your coconut. That's your crotch fruit. Like, girl, times are changing. Let me tell you something. Back in the day, nobody, don't matter how old you are, nobody could be outside like that. You could not be embarrassing your parents like that. Like, it was just, whoo, times are changing. My God, today. But it was just no apology whatsoever. And then, like, when it's about to die down, Zach jumps in to like defend Corbin. You haven't talked to Corbin this entire season. Why are you jumping in to defend him? And I'm going to tell you why. Zach likes fighting with women. Zach likes fighting with women. It's very weird. It's very odd. And you can't quite catch it unless you went to a performing arts high school and a performing arts college and grew up. Hey guys, I'm sorry. Charlie cut my feed. If not DL, why DL shaped? It's very weird. It's very odd. He like just likes fighting with women. Even a woman he like fighting with her for no reason whatsoever. It's like if he cannot pick a fight with her, he's not at peace. I've never seen him talk to Corbin. I've never seen him speak about Corbin. But this is the moment you want to speak about Corbin to defend him against the women? Okay. We've all met a choir director like Zach. Moving on. So Kenzie was right after Corbin again. Those numbers meant nothing. The producers were going to play what they wanted to play. And here's the thing. Kenzie is also a great match for Corbin as well. Because Mom, can you close the balcony door? Because just like Caleb, she watched her movie night very pleased. Kenzie is a savage, y'all. Like, I told y'all, she is a man eater. She watched her movie. She's a man eater. I'm sorry. Look, get some water. I'm sorry. Well, she's a man eater. She was just like watching her movie night, like very TT coded. Kenzie, what is going? I mean, if Future had a coochie, he'd be Kenzie. If Future had a coochie, he would be Kenzie. I just cannot believe how she was just watching that and she did not feel any kind of way. And then, like, when her movie night was done, she was just like, well, you know, I did like you guys. Like, I had a connection with Corbin, and then, you know, I had a connection with Caleb, and I just felt something for, you know, Kenzie. And then Dylan, he wants to come in with his Oscar winning moment. And he's like, I just watched that. And it just felt like last night. Like, I feel like I'm in that same place. And I just feel so very unsure. Dylan, enough. Even the people who are not actors are catching on. Calm down. It's too much.
Enough already.
You are overdoing it. You got to go more Dawson's Creek. You got to go more Dawson's Creek and less church community theater.
Okay.
It's too much. You got to bring it back. You have been there 72 hours. Calm down, mama. It's too much. The non-actors are starting to clock you. Chillax. You don't know her middle name. You don't know that girl. You do not care. None of y'all are going to be together when y'all get to that Fijian airport. Not a one. Carnaya. I can't wait to talk about them. We did it, Blasia. We did it. Anyway, when Kenzie goes, poor Caleb was so stoic. But I liked how he responded to her. I am so afraid for the state of America because I feel like the Confederates won. The CIA won. They got it. They got it because the best men in that villa are a white man from the South. We won't ask him who he voted for. We know. And a Asian. Third, Bryce. My God, today, all the men of color and that black guy are garbage. The Confederates won. The Confederates won. Yikes. But Caleb was just, he was really kind to her when he spoke with her. He just said, I didn't like that you told me and somebody else the same thing. I wish you just would have been honest and didn't mislead me. The only guy who had an ounce of sympathy and understanding, even when he didn't need to. He's going to be in the final. Unless The cast gets rid of him in the villa. America not voting that boy to the bottom. He's going. He is going. Um, you know it's bad when Sweet Anaya keeps on going. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. And Kayla was watching Kenzie's movie night, and she was just like, mm, like it was terrible. I think it's also because Kenzie was moving like sincere, presenting one person to the cast in the villa and another person behind closed doors. And just like after Sincere's package, everybody was dead silent. I think it's because just like with Sincere, they realize they don't know who Kenzie is. They realize they're all watching like, who in the hell is that? We have no idea who that person is. And you don't. Y'all do not know who Kenzie is. I will say, just like Sincere, Kenzie doesn't get it, right? Because when she tries to explain herself, she says, well, a kiss is like a handshake to me. And I'm like, girl, that don't make your situation better. Everybody was like, oh, like it didn't help that she said that. And I'm like, you got to stop talking. Please, mama, just be quiet and make it to the end of this show. My God, today she did not help herself. So then the boys flip a coin and it's the girls, and we see Melanie. We think it's Melanie's package. All we see is Melanie say, "Can I kiss you?" to Corey, and they kiss. And then the rest of the package is Sincere. It's him and Casa just wooing the hell out of Amora and then saying to her, if we had more time, it would have been you. Lying. Like we all knew that he was coming back to Melanie. Even if he had more time, he would have still just came back to Melanie. Like the boy is just lying, and Melanie just watching that. It was like, how much can that girl take? How much can that girl take? She just starts breaking down again, and it gets really bad for her when she reaches for Anaya's hand and asks her to hold her hand again, because I feel like her body just needed calm. Her body was about to react, right? And I think it was going to react in a way that she didn't want it to react. So she grabbed Anaya for peace and comfort and was like, "Can I hold your hand?" And she held Anaya's hand and she just started crying. And when Melanie cries, those tears pour down little sister's face. And then Bryce, you messing up that money, buddy. Shut up, please. Bryce goes, "Oh, he was always going to choose you." And then Melanie responds, "Yes, he was always going to choose me because I'm a fool." Oh, that hurt me so bad because she was right. But I'm just like, the girl is aware. She was just like, that's why he was always going to choose me, because I'm a fool. I allow him to treat me like this. So that is why he chooses me. And everybody goes, no, you're not a fool. And here's the thing. This is where Melanie, not at this moment, but she needs the truth. Like how Melanie gave Anaya the truth, they got to start giving her the truth. They really, really do. But I think it's hard for this cast to see Sincere for who he really, really, really is. I don't think movie night is enough. I think it's hard for them to see Sincere for who he really is, because Sincere is wooing them as well. And I said that from the beginning of my reviews. Sincere was courting everybody in that villa. So nobody was going to be able to clock this boy because he was wooing everybody, the girls and the guys. So that's why everybody was so gagged. And I think the guys and the girls are still very much under his spell. Mama, can you turn on the ear, please?
I was trying to. I couldn't get it on.
Oh, okay. Because I feel like you turned on the heat, girl.
Don't be telling all my business.
My God, today. You cannot move a boomer into a smart home. Yikes.
Excuse me.
Love you. And then Melanie, she still keeps on cussing out Sincere, but the reason why she's cussing him out is because she's going to say, right? She keeps on saying, show me. You don't show me that you're going to be better. If you really care about me, then show me. So she's saying that because she's not going anywhere. She's going to, try to punish him, but she's not going anywhere. And we talked about this in the beginning. I said these two are going to play the whole time. They're going to go back and forth and going back and forth, and then they're going to lock in. Probably next week is when they're going to lock in. And although I hate this for her, I just, I've seen this cycle, and I hope it doesn't take her to her 40s, early 50s to get out of this situation. I hope when she leaves that villa, she leaves Sincere right there.
Oh, she's not.
They're planning dates in Philly. My God, today. Here's another thing. While Melanie is falling apart, Amora, right there where all this is happening. I would have never, let him do me like that, the way she's letting him. And that's why he picked her, because she's always, going to go back. That's why he did that. I would have never dealt with that. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, mama. You's a liar. Here's how I know. You had the same information that we had, and you chose Sincere. Even if you were gaming or not, you still, had he chosen you, would have stood beside him. You are no better than the next woman. You are no better than Melanie, because all of you ain't get there yet, girl.
I'm on my way.
Let me know when you get there.
I'm on my
Let
way.
me know when you get there, because I gotta cut her loose.
Because I'm ready to get. Well, you got cut her loose. We
Amora.
was much of her in the head.
That's
Well,
right.
I didn't want to throw Amora aside.
Amora, more selectorious.
Oh.
All of those class Amora girls.
Boo!
Yeah.
Except for not Jessica Alba.
Except who?
Jaden. Jaden's not a bad one. Jaden don't say nothing.
Oh, but
Jalen was not laughing when the OG girls were getting
I'm
broke.
talking about the girls that made it to the house, not the girls that we don't see no longer.
Jaden, the white girl that's with Caleb.
Oh yeah,
But he's
chilling.
gonna get
She
rid of
chilling.
her.
She chilling, and she was like, yeah, she was away. She left second night. I thought you knew.
Yeah, no, Jaden ain't a problem. Jaden ain't a problem.
Jada don't speak,
Yeah.
and he's getting rid of her because he said she don't like him.
Mhm.
All them hoes is problems to me personally, because I feel like, yes, we don't believe in the girl thing, but at the same time, where are the morals, ladies? Where are the morals? Where's the camaraderie? At the end of the day, at some point, is somebody gonna be like, Hulk, my sister, you probably going to know too hard because this is word on the street. Like, y'all just giving it up.
Mhm.
Like, what? I'm not feeling
The
it.
worst cast of girls that I've experienced watching this show. The worst cast of girls that
Yeah,
I've
I
experienced.
still don't roll with TT or Amora or Parmesan cheese.
Because it's something sinister about them.
Yeah.
I feel like all this stuff that they're doing
And
right
ball
now
and
and
all
trying
that.
to girl with the girls in the villa, I feel like when they come out of that villa, it's going to take one person on social media, one loser in their comments to let them know that they were the best thing that ever happened to Love Island. And then the mask will drop. And by the time we get to the reunion, they're going to be even worse than how they were on the show. I don't trust it. It's something very sinister about all of them, except for not Jessica Alba.
And the reason why TT is acting calm, because her man, she got him. And he don't went, to apologize and this and that and that and this to close the door. Because she don't, as long as she know that he's not trying to get back with Anaya, she feels like she's safe. So she's trying to act like, I love y'all and I love you and I love you. Don't trust her. I don't trust her.
You never trust her.
Never trust her.
Anyway, after Amora does I would never put up what she put up.
Corner and shoot you.
Okay.
Allegedly.
I would never put up with what she put up with. Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Because you got the same dude.
You put it out there. So now prepare for the test.
Okay.
You never laugh at another woman's pain.
Say it again.
You never laugh at another woman's pain.
Never.
You never laugh at another woman's pain. You'll see these days again.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see these days again. Anyway, after all of this, Melanie cusses out Sincere again, and then she just cannot take it anymore. She just takes off. She runs upstairs. Anaya goes with her and speaks life in her. And I think people were getting on Melanie a little bit more because getting on Anaya because she wasn't bashing Sincere. Here's the thing. They are two very different people and they friend very differently. It doesn't mean that one is better than the other. They have been in that villa with each other for almost 4 weeks, right? They keep on saying my whole summer. I'm like, there's still summer left when you get out. Why are y'all saying this, acting like this is the end? July won't be done and August is still there. There's so much summer left. But they keep on, Melanie, I wasted my whole summer. I'm like, no, you didn't.
Yes, she did.
There's a lot of summer left though.
There's a lot of summer left, yeah, but she wasted her month. Like she basically saying, I wasted my villa time with you.
Yeah, that I can agree with.
So,
but here's the thing. They are very different people and they've been together for a very long time. And so these 3 weeks are like 3 months, you know, like on crack. Like they have all spent so much time, especially the girls, so much time together. So I feel like she was being a friend to her and pouring into her in the way that she needed. We may not like it or understand, but I felt like she spoke to Melanie and the way that she needed to be spoken to. And I think the reason why Anaya was saying that Sincere wasn't a terrible guy, I don't think because she believes that, because she checked Sincere when they eventually sat down to talk. I think she was saying that to Melanie because Melanie beats herself up. Mm-hmm. She calls herself names. She is very hard on herself. So I think she was saying that you didn't pick wrong. Like this is not your fault. Like he is a good guy. Like she was just trying to let her know that even though, you know, she did pick wrong, she was just trying to let her know that from what we've seen, he was a good guy. So you didn't make a bad decision. It just didn't work out. And I probably would have said it a different way, but I would have encouraged her that there's nothing wrong with her and she didn't pick the wrong person. And I think the reason why I would have said that is because how this world treats women is just so harsh. Like women cannot make a mistake. Women have to do everything right and by the book. And even then it's not enough. Right. And because of that, women are hard on each other, hard on each other and themselves because there's no support system. There's nobody there to lift you up because how society sees, views, and treats women. So this young lady is beating herself up because this guy was dishonest to her. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, why are you beating yourself up? Because he lied. Mm-hmm. You're not stupid because you believed him.
But she's thinking about how it looks on the outside.
Yes.
She's thinking about her family,
yes,
her friends, like everybody there, yeah, even the viewer. She's thinking about the full picture. And as you should, because like, dang, I really did F up, but at the same time, you can't beat yourself up because it was a mistake that you didn't.
But it wasn't a mistake.
It was a
Why
mistake.
can't the mistake be on the guy who lied and deceived? You're beating yourself up because you believe somebody who told you that they liked you and showed you that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with loving someone. There's nothing wrong with caring someone. It didn't work out, and that is okay. But if you were true and honest and treated that person with grace, love, and honor in the way that you wanted to be treated, you did not do anything wrong, and you did not make a mistake. That person made a mistake. That person was wrong. Put the onus on the person that did the harming. So I probably would have poured into her that way as well. I probably would have used different words, but I would have been like, you did not do anything wrong. You are not a fool. What's wrong with you believing somebody's words? He's the liar. He's the deceiver. He is the one who is living a different life, not you. It is not your fault that you liked a guy and believed the words he said. No.
You didn't do anything guy you're going to get on the outside, though. That's all I got to say.
Well, this is the thing. That's life, right? So you learn from these lessons. And a lot of people also have to give them grace because they are learning life lessons in front of all of us.
But
and they're learning it on crack. Like, it's like everything's like sped up.
We don't say that word. But I do think that...
I say crack. That's my channel.
Don't say crack. That's aggressive.
Heroin?
I think that... No,
meth?
Don't say drugs.
Oh.
I think that when you think about... Yes, we make these mistakes in this life and all that, but like, I don't necessarily want to have that moment happen to me on national television.
Yeah.
So that's why you beat yourself up. It's a more internal than anything because you're thinking about the fact that like, dang, I really am dating the same guys over and over and over and over. Because it's not Sincere is not Melanie's first Sincere.
Right.
She's had many. But to think about, oh dang, like I had to have that moment in real time when everybody's watching, nobody wants that.
Right.
That's what she's beating herself up for. Yes, the guy is definitely the problem in the scenario, but it's the fact that, like I said, she's thinking about, dang, so like they seeing what I do behind closed doors in real time, and I am embarrassed. Now I'm embarrassed.
Yeah.
The frustration is the embarrassment, the I told you so's, I'm imparting into Anaya, and my stupid self need to be talking to myself. Like, that's what the problem is. It don't got nothing to do with Sincere gonna be sincere. Sincere even gonna try to clean it up.
Because he doesn't have consequences ever.
And she's going to take him back.
Yeah.
She's going to make him lick the ground.
And
he's going
to feel wanted by him.
But she's going to take him back. And the thing about it is when you when a person gets tired because she don't want to let him go because she don't want Amor to have him. So she's not going to let him go because she kept saying, how are you going to fix this? How are you going to fix this? So that lets me know everything that I need to know. She could have said, leave me alone. I don't want you. Go back to Amora and this and that and that and this. But no. She said, how are you going to fix it? Because the real loss for her is if he goes to somebody else.
Yeah.
So she's not going to release him to do that.
Yeah.
She's going to make him lick the ground and say, I'm sorry. And he's going to smell up under her the rest of the time if they don't get voted off. And that's it. And when he get out of the villa.
I hope that, listen, if she stays with him, I hope that she's just staying with him for the show.
No, she's going no. She's doing all this crying.
I'm trying to be positive.
She's doing all this crying.
Oh, Lord. Anyway, what I have learned from watching this show for as long as I have watched it, especially this season, the kids can't read. They can't comprehend, and they cannot kiss. The one person, in my opinion, in that villa who could kiss was Sean. He's a millennial. The kids cannot, none of them can. The kids cannot kiss. We're losing so many recipes. We're losing so many recipes. Gen Z in the chat, do y'all do sensuality? Do y'all do sensuality? Do y'all do the boys yearn? Do y'all even do foreplay, or y'all don't even know what that is? What's going on? Do they court y'all? What's happening? Because I was just like, there's a bigger problem here. None of y'all know how to kiss. Have y'all not seen it? What's happening? Oh my God, is this the porn generation? Are y'all kissing like this because y'all was raised on porn? Oh God, the church was right. The church was right. Oh my God. I was just like, these kids do not know how to kiss. Ah. Who's gonna save the children? Who's gonna save the children? Mm, Anyway, after movie night, shout out to the producers who made Anaya apologize to KC, because let me tell you something. I have been in many arguments. I'm a Sag. It's what we do. I have been in many arguments and many fights. I'm a Sag from Philly. Hello. I also am somebody who everybody, especially the adults in my life, were just like, you got a future ahead of you. So you can't be out here like everybody else. You got to fix it. You got to get it right. So I have always, a lot of times, had to be the bigger person. So I know what being forced to apologize looks like. Shout out to the producer who made our girl do that so she don't mess up these brand deals. She walked over to Casey. She was like, Casey, can I talk to you? I just want to apologize because what I did was really, really wrong. I shouldn't have stood up to you. And I would not like anybody to stand up to me like that. So sorry. And walked away. I said they forced that girl to apologize. She did not feel like doing that, but good for her. Shut them haters up. Shut them haters up. They tried to come for our girl money. They tried to come for our girl opportunities, but no weapon formed against Anaya shall prosper. And every tongue that rises up against her, thou shalt condemn. Play with somebody else, not the diamond of the season. And I think that's another reason why they did it, because they had like this whole, princess love story for her. And, the princess can't be out there, walking men down. Now, maybe Trinity could do that, but that's not the storyline they have for Anaya. So shout out to the producers who did that. And that just lets me know that production really, really, really loves the girls, especially Little Miss Anaya.
Well, the Star family knows that you don't know porn because they see it. Porn don't teach you how to kiss.
They don't kiss in porn? No, y'all don't do intimacy? Not even a porn for the lesbians kiss. I don't know. Lesbian porn, they kissing. I don't think that they would start off with just banging. Yeah, they don't kiss in porn. That's what's wrong with the babies. They don't know they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it. We got to go back. Here's the thing. And we can't, listen. For those who are going to take on the task of saving the future, you cannot make them feel bad for not knowing these things. You can't make them feel bad for not knowing how to read. You cannot make them feel bad for not knowing how to comprehend. You can't make them feel bad for not knowing how to count. You cannot make them feel bad for not knowing how to kiss or treat each other. We have to realize, no shade, Neanderthals, you know what I mean? We gotta treat it like the Moors, teaching.
But what do you mean
people how to bang?
But what do you mean they don't know how to kiss?
Mom, have you seen them kiss? You don't watch. You close your eyes like a grandma.
You
close your eyes. Yes, you're a boomer. You know how to kiss. You come from the generation where they were wooing y'all, where they were courting y'all.
Wait a minute. So I've been watching them kiss. So what do you mean? You have to explain that.
What? They don't know how to kiss. What do you want me to say?
But what do you? Okay, so how do you kiss?
Oh, like Sean. Yes, it's like I don't have anything.
Oh my God.
I don't.
Oh, you get ready to show me?
I'm gonna show you. This is the thing. I'm gonna show you how the kids kiss. I'm gonna use my hand.
They French kissing and things like that.
Mom, they are not French kissing. These are lips, right? That when they kiss
they suck it on the lip.
That ain't no kiss.
Suck on the lip. Yeah.
Mom, that's not a kiss.
You feeling it.
That is not a kiss.
Oh, honey.
That is not how you kiss somebody.
How are you kissing? Just tongue, all everything.
I'm not having this conversation with you, but let me tell you something. No complaints. No, and they still calling. They still trying to spin the block. Decades later.
So what
You can't.
do? That's how you kiss?
No, you don't. That's a peck, mama.
No, you get into it.
It's sensuality.
But as you
sensual.
go, you get into it.
Mom, when they get into it, they're still.
No, did you see?
I look like I'm doing something else. I'm not doing that again.
Did you see Kenzie? Because Kenzie gets.
Now, let me tell you something. Mama knows sensuality.
Did Mama get her
Kenzie, no, because she told me
and
something.
Yes,
Yes, she knows. Now she knows sensuality. She taught me something about the arms. Seriously, no.
That's her playing them.
No. But that's how you know. This right here, this connects to their genitalia.
But I don't.
So this is how you get them men going.
Well, she does a little foreplay.
Now, little mama taught me something.
Little mama do a little foreplay, and
you got to caress the arms.
And she goes in for it, and she got sound.
Mm-hmm.
She has she's erotic,
and her hair. Now listen.
Now one thing little mama can do, honey.
Mama knows sensuality. She got it. She know. She need to be teaching them what to do. Cause I can't wait to use this one. Stop, Marquise. Yeah, thank you, Kenzie. Thank you, Kenzie. How do you kiss?
I go in for it.
Let me see how you go in for it. Okay.
I mean, it's just everything.
You kiss like the kids. You don't know what you're doing.
Okay.
You don't know what you do. I don't even know how I got here. I feel like I was immaculate conception.
Okay.
Because ain't no way that's how you was kissing up on Pops. And you got him twisted like that?
He was kissing on me.
Girl! Anyway, back to the subject at hand.
Back to the lesson at hand.
Period.
Perfectionist.
So Casey also apologizes to Anaya for standing up. Don't listen to them.
Somebody said not
for standing up and yelling at her. So they both get that out of the way. And the guys were so impressed. Oh wow, she apologized to you. That's so great. And she did that in front of us. Wow, that is so awesome of Anaya. What's going on? What is going on? Like, the girls literally have to teach them how to be humane. It's so sad. Anyway, after
Queen Nikki strikes again.
Y'all are a mess. Anyway, Anaya is on a tear in that village. She also, lets Kenzie know that her movie night was wild. And Kenzie, and they didn't. She makes a comment to Kenzie that her movie night was really wild. It was really, really disrespectful, and all of the girls agree. Here's why all the girls agree, because Anaya was just like, Caleb didn't deserve that. Caleb is the villa baby of the girls. They have brought him in. They have put him on the tee. They are not putting that baby down. So they didn't care that Kenzie played them other boys. They had a problem with how she treated Caleb. That was the only guy that was mentioned. They did not like that. And Kenzie is going to have to get that right, because they were like, yeah, Kenzie, Caleb didn't deserve that. So I hope she knows, because nobody messes with the baby of the villa. Kata and Zach, they chat. Kata acts like she's done, but just like with Melanie, she's not going to go anywhere. It's a canon event.
They're already kissing back and forth.
Yeah, she forgave him. It's a canon event. Yeah. Also, again, they got a little bit of the intel. Zach didn't have a bad movie night, to be quite honest with you. I really wanted them to show how he talked about all the women in the villa, including Kata, but they didn't show that. They were focusing on Casa for him. For some reason, we got a Karnaya crumb. Here's the thing. Anaya said that what she likes about Carl, and I told you guys that's why she's so forward with him, or feels comfortable to be forward with him. He makes her feel safe. He makes her feel safe. And she said, he makes me feel comfortable. Comfortable, Casey. And she just really enjoys him. And we actually saw how he makes her feel comfortable because she came over to him and she was just like, sorry that you had to see that, right? Because here's the thing. I don't think if this relationship goes a distance that this is going to be a relationship where she's apologizing for who she is. This is the beginning stages of something, and she's dating somebody, right, and getting to know someone, while also still dealing with a guy that she used to be with and chose over him. So the situation is a little weird. So I think that's why she's just like, I'm sorry that you had to see that or whatever. But he was really proud of her and how she handled that and just reassured her that everything was okay. And then he brought her in and he hugged her. And then later in, that evening, he's always complimenting her and telling her how good she looks. Now they're at the stage where he's calling her babe. They're locked in. And let me tell you something, too. The Black women who are just like, oh, Carl is not going to like that. Carl is not going to want to see that. Carl won't be interested in Anaya anymore. Y'all have got to stop with the respectability politics. That's what it is. Because what you are saying is that a Black woman has to act like a robot, right? Or like they don't have feelings or emotions to be appreciated by a man. And I say this as a woman from Philadelphia. Every woman in Philly rages, no matter the culture. Every woman in Philly cusses out a man at least 3 times a day. And the majority of the time, those men are the men that they are in relationship with. And those men love it. You know what I mean? So you really have to start seeing yourself, because that's the reason why you are like, so, oh my God, Anaya, you can't do that. You can't, because that's how you see yourself, right? You think that you have to be perfect. You have to walk a certain kind of line to receive love, to receive respect, to be treated humanely. You do not. You do not. You do not have to be void of emotions for somebody to like you. But that is how you do. You perform in every relationship that you have. You perform at work. You perform with your man. You perform with the men in your life. You perform outside. You especially perform in front of white people. I know the tap shoes that you have on is worn out from your performance. The only people you do not perform for is the Black women in your life who are either your family members or your friends. They get the worst of you because you are holding in everything from what you are receiving out there in the world. And everything that you are taking, you're holding it in because you're performing for everybody else, but you do not perform for the people that you do not think are valuable. You do not value Black women. That's why, and because you don't value yourself. So that's why you can critique Anaya the way you do. That's why you can critique Trinity the way that you do. But you have nothing to say about Kenzie. You have nothing to say about Kata because of that white mama. You have nothing to say about any of the non-Black women or the white adjacent women because you hold them in such high regard because you, sister, have low racial and gender self-esteem. And you cannot take watching somebody who looks like you hold themselves to such a high standard because they do not live in the hell, in the prison, and the plantation that you put yourself on. Carl is crazy about Anaya. He done seen her blow up several times. He's seen her walk a man down. And what did he do? Pick them legs up, put them over him, grab her in, pour her head into his shoulders and to his shoulder and rub her arm and say, I got you. You're all right with me. As it should be. As it should be. What you also didn't see was him sit up when KC stood up. I hope you are able to see yourself in a much better light. I hope you are able to experience what it feels like when a man just likes you or loves you. Until then, sister, you are going to live in hell. Wake up next. But I love that we got that Karnaya crumb. So happy for Blasia. We did it. So let's get into the KC defenders. I know you're probably here. Shout out to the moderators who are doing the best that they can. Your boy was so embarrassed by movie night. He was disgusted. Couldn't sit up. Couldn't look at himself. So disgusted. So disgusted. He didn't like what he did. He didn't like what he said. He did not like how he treated Anaya. Didn't defend none of that nonsense. So how do you feel defending it? Your God didn't like it. So Kumanians, what are you going to say now? Or is it just defend black men no matter what? Even when they know that they've done something wrong, what are you going to do? Are we going to boy mom them and say, oh, no, you didn't do anything wrong. Everybody else is wrong. Even how you feel about that. Don't trust your discernment. Trust what I'm saying. He hated watching himself do that. He was sulking the whole day to the point where he was very embarrassed to the point where he had to speak to Anaya. And when he goes to speak to Anaya, now he got words to say. And he apologizes to her because he's just like, you didn't deserve that. And that's not who I am. I shouldn't have said those things. And I feel embarrassed because that is not who I am. So y'all defending him, terrorizing everybody on social media while he is sitting there saying what I did was wrong.
Yeah, he did. To watch it back is a different thing. You know what I mean? And to watch it back in front of your peers, you know, you look like an a-hole.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's exactly how he felt.
Her. And then you're treating a black woman like that in front of all these people. And that was truly not cool. And, you know, he has a mother and some sisters. How would he like to see a man mistreat his mother and his sisters? And, you know, so he, you know, had to apologize, even though his choice is TT and he still stand on business with that. He had to apologize because he looked a mess. And, you know, I don't know if it hit him that, oh, this is a game that, you know, I got to get America to like me or whatever. I don't know what it was, but to just watch that back and to watch his body language.
He was watching his movie night like this the whole time.
That he was not pleased with what he had done. I can say that, you know, when he got over there, you know, he was like when he got over in Casa Amigo, wherever he was at. He you know, acted like a kid in a candy store. You know what I mean? And you know, just to call her grandma, and then she, you know, she played off of it. She said, "Here come grandma."
Yeah, here come grandma. He said, "Stop! Don't do that."
Because she didn't deserve it.
Now nothing is fun. Now it's not funny anymore. Here's the thing: when he was talking to Anaya, he didn't do all that funny stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
There was no grinning.
Okay.
It was no joke.
Serious. Yeah. It was all serious because he realized, you know, he put his foot in his mouth. And, you know, I mean, daggone, if black men ain't going to treat us right, who is going to treat us right? And I'm glad he did that. Yeah. I'm glad that he did that. I still don't mess with him like that, but I'm glad that he did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, Cumanians.
And TT.
How you feel?
Oh, if he'd do it to somebody else, he'd do it to you. So keep your pistol ready.
Mom.
Allegedly.
Anyway, Cumanians, how do you feel about your boy? Look him around, everybody on mute. So the next day, before we even get to the next day, I do want to say this. Melanie sleeps in soul ties. I was so bothered by that because Sincere didn't even offer for her to have the bed and he sleeps in soul ties. You look and you see Sincere in bed with his bonnet. Here's the thing. He has yet to check on Melanie. He gonna say the next day, I was just letting her have her space. He has yet to check on Melanie. He talked to everybody else. He did not talk to Melanie, and he let her sleep in soul ties. Okay. Also, to the spiritual girlies in the chat, what did the owl mean? Because when Melanie went to go sleep in soul ties, there was an owl overlooking her. And she got so scared, she left and slept at the bottom of the villa. What does the owl mean to the spiritual girls in the chat? Let your girl know. Let your girl know. The next morning, Kata pulls Kenzie, and she's just like, listen, that looked bad. She let Kenzie know that the movie night looked really, really bad. Kata was just like, it was given sincere. I told you guys, everybody in the villa was quiet after Kenzie's movie night because they never met that Kenzie. They did not know who she was. They realized that who they met is not who she really is. And Kenzie took it like a champ. Was just like, yeah, you're right. I understand. Do you, Kenzie? Kenzie don't understand. Kenzie's not going to learn anything from this. Kenzie's going to be Kenzie. And now she's going to come out the villa with fame. So she's only going to get worse. Watch out. Here she comes. She's a man eater. Sincere and Anaya, they chat. And she let Sincere know that she was disappointed in him. And Sincere was just like, listen, I wasn't a good friend to you. And I'm sorry about that. I should have been a good friend to you. And Anaya was like, yeah, you weren't a good friend and you weren't a good partner to Melanie. Like, I will say this. Anaya was not letting him get off. Anaya was not letting him get off. He just kept on apologizing. She was like, yeah, you should. And he was trying to do like the self-deprecation stuff that Melanie does, but he wasn't sincere with it, right? So you know that he's just saying that to get people to be like, oh, no, it's okay. You didn't do anything wrong. Anaya was just like, yeah, you should feel bad. You did something really, 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 really wrong. But here's the thing. I don't think that Sincere is going to learn anything because this is not his rock bottom. And he's going to come out of this villa and be famous. He's going to come out of this villa and have women throw themselves at him. He's going to come out this villa and have men tell him that he was right. He's not going to learn anything. He may get worse. He's going to have, his mother is already blessing his actions. Unless he changes his entire environment and gets away from social media, he will get worse. He will get worse. Then later in the evening, Sincere sits down with Melanie and let her know. He does this sob story. Oh, I've always been a people pleaser, so that's why I never tell the truth. And Melanie was just like, so you pursuing soul, was you people pleasing? Because I felt like that was you pleasing yourself. He had nothing to say. Here's the thing about Melanie. She's so smart. She's so smart. She just stays in situations longer than she needs to. But the girl is very smart and she is very intuitive. And here's another thing. If you don't want a situation to change, don't pray. Don't ask for guidance. Don't seek out your ancestors. Because this is what's going on with Melanie. She sought guidance. And they're answering. She's getting the answers. The problem is she doesn't want to accept it because she doesn't like the answer. Her prayer was to fix Sincere. That's not going to happen. So the solution is that she's being shown how not right this man is for her. But she's staying in a situation because that's not what she wanted. She didn't want to know that he wasn't good for her. She wanted for him to change and be a better person to her. And that's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. He doesn't. He hasn't hit rock bottom, and he's going to leave the villa and have so much support for his awfulness. He's going to get worse. She did cuss him out some more, but Sincere doesn't care. He doesn't care because he knows that she's going to stay. He knows that she's always going to come back to him.
So what's going to happen is when they leave the villa, his mother his mother is going to pad her up with, you know, Sincere was just being, but he ride for you, he checked for you.
Yeah, because her mother, the mother likes Melanie and wants Melanie
and
for her son.
She's going to patch things up because she's going to say, and I'm talking to my son, and he's going to get it right, and blah 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 blah. So she's going to pad him too for her, and she's going to, you know, she's not done with him. And wherever her insecurities were, she's going to feel like the mother is going to make him treat her right.
Yeah.
And
because that's what the mother is going to say, but she's not.
Yeah, the mother is going to say, you know, boys going to be boys, but I had a talk with Sincere, and I told Sincere.
Because the mother is in a similar situation. Yeah. So the mother is going to be
Melanie at a younger age.
Yeah, the mother is going to have the conversation with her and tell her about how her and Sincere's father were able to get over some things, and we went through a rough patch. Yeah. We did, you know, and we survived outside babies. You like can too,
because blah blah blah. But she's
and tears are going to flow. I had him young; he had to take on a lot, and it's
I
just
love
like,
you, and I'm going to make sure.
Yeah, I want to make sure he don't treat you like that. But she's going to hide the second baby mom.
You got a baby?
No, that's what I'm saying. Those are how those boy mom operates. Not all boy moms, but she's going to be the one that hides the second baby mom. Doesn't tell her, but tells her son, you got to let her know. While her son is out there being debaucherous towards Melanie, she's going to be the one to pad all of that nonsense. And when it all comes down and Melanie finds out she knew everything, but was still trying to make her stay with her son. This doesn't have to be your life. Your ancestors are trying to do their big one, Melanie. Listen. So tomorrow night's episode is going to be, I feel like it's going to be preparation for a mass dumping. Because America is going to have their say. There's going to be a recoupling. I hate the fact that the guys are choosing. I mean, after that movie night, the guys should not be choosing. I absolutely hate that the guys are choosing. But there's going to be a recoupling with the guys choosing. And I think with the couples left, one couple is going to go home and the villa is going to have to vote on the couple to go. I hope Caleb partners with Jen. I hope he partners with somebody likable, because he may go home if he partners with a Casa girl. He may go home. I feel like I really don't know who may, aside from Caleb and Jaden, I don't know who else could go. I mean, maybe if Gal partnered up with Amora, you know what? It may be Gal and Amora. It may be Gal and Amora if they decide to partner up. But that's
I don't know what no more.
But that's all I could think of. What do you guys think? Mama Star, do you have any final thoughts?
Mama Star thoughts are this. I think that these people only got these people, you know what I mean? And they don't want to be vulnerable. They don't want to be sent home. So they are Kada and Zach. She made up with him. You know what I mean? Dylan made up with Kenzie. Melanie's going to make up with Sincere. You know what I mean? Like, these relationships, these people don't want to go home, so they're trying to hang in there. We know that Melanie and Sincere are going to be together outside of the villa, but I don't know about Dylan and Kenzie. Now they may hook up and have a couple, sex companions.
Well, here's the thing: if it's up to the people in the villa, I think the OG girls are going to vote off a Casa girl before they vote off Kenzie.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they're going to vote her off. Oh, no. They're a posse.
Yeah.
They don't like the Casa girls and all of that. The producers talk to them, so they're, but they don't like them. And I'm with them. I don't like them either. But they're trying to stay too. Nobody wants to go home. you know, everybody's trying to be, you know, the last ones on and this and that. At this point, I don't know who winning.
Trinity and Bryce. It's either Trinity and Bryce or Kanaya. It like this recoupling speech that Carl is going to give Anaya, tearjerker. Okay. Get ready.
Well,
get ready.
Carl and Anaya may win, and they may be.
That's what I think. I think it's between Carl and Anaya or Bryce and Trinity,
because they're boring. I love Trinity.
You are not feeling Trinity,
but they're boring.
Okay,
they're not. You know, she said something about him being an older man. You know, this first time I dated an older man, so I think she's feeling a little something. They're not. Listen. You, my man, we boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm going to give a different vibe. Mm-hmm. They're like real cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I love that Bryce was he was you know, he was emotional. He was so glad that Trinity hadn't hooked up with anybody, and she was glad that he hadn't hooked up with anybody. But they got to give me something else. They got to give me something else. They have not, you know. They haven't French fried. They haven't, you know, they haven't done anything. Mm-hmm. You know, they just hanging on. I don't know if they're hanging on to try to get the money or whatever the case may be. Bryce and Trinity.
Bryce and Trinity French fried. She told the girls in the glam room that she was French fried.
Oh, she did say
she was French fried.
Well, they need to French fry again.
No, it wasn't memorable. He doesn't know what he's doing. The girls are not. The girls are not happy with his, you know, how he operates. And I think if Bryce and Trinity make it out the villa, I think that's going to be the thing. That
I don't think by the time the
doesn't work, because Trinity, you know,
by the time the reunion, I think she may say, "Well, we just didn't."
Yeah, we're friends,
you know,
and I'm fine with that.
Bryce,
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but yeah,
Bryce got to take some classes with Kenzie to figure out.
Yeah, you know, Kenzie will show him what to do,
because when she sets up her seminars, I will be there. Teach me your ways, Miss Frank.
See the Fockers.
Meet the Fockers?
Meet the Fockers.
Yeah.
And Adam Sandler, not Adam Sandler, what's his name? His parents. Ben Stiller, his parents were sex therapists.
Okay.
And the mother, what was her name? Barbara Streisand, when she was showing
Is the mom? No, the mother was Gwyneth Paltrow's mom.
No, she was Barbara Streisand.
Barbara Streisand.
Whoever the heck she was giving sex lessons.
Oh, yeah, you're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Barbara Streisand. She was giving sex lessons. And that's what Kenzie needs to
that's what she
open up
needs to do.
Business.
That's what
and show
she
people
how to, girl, work is calling. Hold on, guys.
Wait a minute, what happened?
Hold on.
What happened?
I'm about to show you. Hold on. Y'all important to me as well, but I gotta.
I feel like falling in love.
That's the thing about LA. My God, today. Like, this is such a weird time to be calling somebody or sending somebody a message about work.
You got to stay with us.
I do.
I'm getting some work. Get some work, mamas.
No, I have to respond to this, though. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Sorry. Done. Thank you for waiting. Let's get into the comments. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Fight your battles for you. So what I'm going to do first is get into my super chats, and then I will hop into the comments. Mira, thank you so much for the super chat. Love you. Thank you. Delicia, what's up, Delicia? Thank you so much for the super chat. Delicia said, Nikki, my soul was still upset and let down by KC when I was rooting for him so hard in the beginning. I went to the NAACP LA chapter and made a donation. Oh my God, Carnaya are my winner. Here's the thing. Casey really disappointed a lot of us. Listen, I was absolutely fine with him and Anaya not working. That's okay. He did not have to treat her like that. And thankfully he agrees. I think we all were just like so disappointed by how he treated her because it was so unnecessary. Just so disappointed. But here's the thing, we don't know these people, right? I think a lot of us put a lot on him because this is the thing with Black people or just anybody who is not white in media. Representation matters, right? So we put a lot on him because this is a show that gets a lot of views, and we wanted him to be an upstanding Black man. We wanted him to be a Black man that we can root for. We wanted him to not be the stereotype. And so I think, myself included, we overlooked a lot of red flags that we probably would have called out if we did not put our community on him. And it got to a point where we just we couldn't defend it anymore. And that's disappointing. We wanted him to get better. Like I always say, I hope that somebody who loves him pulls him aside and talks to that young man, because he was going to win this show. He was going to win the show. That's why so many men were betting on him. Casey and Anaya were the winners. Casey and Anaya were the winners. He blew it. Don't get mad at Anaya. Get mad at Casey. Thank you so much, Delicia, for the super chat. Hey, Megan, thank you so much for the super chat. Megan said, I'm so sick of Sincere and his Burmese bundles of deception. Free Melanie, free us. Sincere was one of the first people in the villa who had the first brand deal, or is going to have the first brand collab with Sacred. Sincere.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen now. I don't think that's going to happen. They were posting about that boy. I haven't seen nothing about him since. I feel like this cast is going to be the cast that has, I won't say they won't have any brand deals. I think they're going to have the least amount, at least for the men. And also this is a women's show, so of course the guys are going to have that many brand deals, but I really feel like a lot of these men are going to come out and go the Ace route. We're not going to get many Nicks from this season. Maybe somebody will have a Caleb trajectory. I mean, maybe Caleb. Carl. I feel like Caleb and Carl are going to be the two who really soar out of the men. I think the Bratz Pack and Jen are going to do very well. The Casa Girls, please go back to being a shift manager at CBS. Like, it's done. It's done. It's done. Thank you so much, Megan, for the super chat. But yeah, free our girl Melanie. But it's up to her. The ball's in her court. The ball's in her court. Hey, Baba, thank you so much. Baba said, check out La Perla by Rosalia. That sinister song made just for him. I definitely will check it out. Thank you so much for the super chat. Megan, thank you again for another super chat. Megan said, Sean is actually Gen Z. He and I are the same age. LOL. We're just at the very beginning, 1997. Ain't he 30? I thought that 30 was baby millennial. Am I wrong? I thought he was a baby millennial. All right. Maybe he learned from the millennials. Because my God, today, that cop knows how to kiss. Thank you, Megan. Hey, Emmy. Emmy said, when darling Carl let that little bug go, he's a Disney prince. I wish everyone would stop telling Mel that Sinister actually cares for her. Why do they encourage it? Love you. Love you too, Emmy. Thank you so much. Again, I think they encourage it because they're still under his spell. I feel like by the reunion, people are going to wake up to Sincere, but they're still under his spell. That movie night is not going to break the hold that he has on the entire cast. Cassandra, thank you so much for the super chat. Cassandra said the owl is interpreted as wisdom, a call to seek hidden truths. Trust your intuition during a period of transition to find clarity in the dark. Melanie, listen. Because I said, ain't no way. We ain't seen an owl on any Love Island season. But here go that owl right where she's about to sleep. I said it means something. Because she's, like I said before, she's very intuitive. That girl is very spiritual. Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Coat. That's who she is. And so I knew that Al had to mean something. Oh, Melanie, listen. Zora, thank you so much for the super chat. Zora said, the way Jen is slowly becoming one of my faves. Here's the thing. She's been my fave. I took her out of the fave list when she was gossiping with Kenzie, with the girls. And I was just like, I thought you were better than that. So I'm still like, looking at her sideways because I feel like the only reason why she's now clocking Kenzie is because Kenzie was going after her guy. You should have been clocking Kenzie when she was dragging Melanie to you over Corbin. Like, But out of the white girls in the villa, that's the one I rock with the most. Jaden is second. Nisha, what's up? Said Al means trust your intuition, can always mean hidden truths. Yes. Let's hope she does it. Thank you so much, Nisha, for Nisha for the super chat. Hey, Paige, thank you for the super chat. Paige said these islanders use the word explore as an excuse for bleak behavior. I absolutely agree. And it's also as something where I had to get that out of my system. No, you didn't. You don't have to, Kenzie, kiss somebody to see if you like them. You don't have to get French fried from somebody or French fry somebody to see if you like them or if there's a connection there. You are just saying that because you just want an excuse to mess with somebody and then come back to the person that you've been coupled up with from the beginning. That's what I was saying about KC. KC wanted to see what was up with Soul. He didn't explore Soul for two reasons. One, Anaya was not going to stay put. And two, he felt like he couldn't compete with Sincere. That's it. Thank you again, Paige. Naima, thank you for the super chat. Naima said, Bryce is on my bleep list after the way he's been backing Sincere. Everyone in that villa is making Melanie's situation worse. He won't get my vote. Here's the thing. Melanie and Anaya, I don't know why, especially after looking at movie night, people are still trying to convince them that those guys, what they did to them was not awful. Right? It's still like, oh, well, but he still likes you. But what they did, the act was awful, guys. You can't back that. Don't come back and just be like, oh, well, he still likes you. And he was talking about you the whole time we were in Casa. That doesn't mean anything. Especially the Melanie who said that's why he picked me, because I'm a fool. The girl knows. She's very smart. She just got to act on it. I also think, and this is just my opinion, Latina girls, from my experience of being in community with you guys, I would love for y'all to experience, those of you who are like Melanie, it's okay to be alone. It's okay to date yourself. You can want to be a mom and a wife, but I think you owe it to yourself to live a life with just yourself for some time before you fall into that. Because I think often young women do not know that your wedding, not all, but for many, your wedding is so important and such a big day, and you are able to make it about you and everything that you want to do, is because it's also your funeral. Like who you are as the single person, the unmarried woman, she's gonna die. That's your funeral. And now you become somebody's wife, somebody's partner, and somebody's mom. You are no longer you anymore. And that is the sacrifice that you are giving up, right? You're going to support this man so that he can have this great career, so that he can take care of the family. You're also going to watch the kids and make sure he doesn't have any responsibility there, so that he can go out and, hunt and bring the food back for you to cook. You're going to have to take on a lot of duties by yourself. You will never be able to get back to you until them kids are grown and gone.
Take it from somebody who knows.
So, if you choose to do that, you need to spend as much time as you can with yourself, doing what you want to do, and just loving yourself. Because when you walk into that legally binding contract with that man in the US government, that's the end of your sister. Not for all, but enough that it's a problem. Because marriage was always made for men. It was never made for you. It was always made for men. It's just especially marriage in the US, it's just a way for some of them to get a slave. I didn't want to say it, but so I encourage you, everybody, not just the Latina girls, I encourage you to spend as much time with yourself as you can before you cut this journey short. Just my advice, just my 2 cents. And I say this as a recovering church girl who wanted to cut my life short at 23. I'm not telling you something I don't know. Sorry, I didn't get this one. Bridget, Brinity for the win. I think that's going to be our season winners. We'll see. You know, everything changes so quickly, but I think that's going to be our season winners. Karnaya may come up with an upset. We will see. We will see. Taisha says that there was such a difference between KC and Sincere's apology. KC finally got it, and Sincere was full of BS. People pleaser my butt. Yeah. The boy is just a really good liar. It's very catch me if you can. Taisha, thank you so much for the super chat. And thank you again, Taisha, for the super chat. Oh, wait. Oh, you gave me 2. Thank you, Taisha, for another super chat. Taisha also said, who gave Dylan that many lines? It's too much. He's doing far too much. It's getting annoying now because you see him acting. It's too much. It's too much. Thank you again, Taisha. Miss Ship Sailing, what's up? Said, hi. I've been a fan since The Bachelorette. I have so much to say, but I'm just so happy that Anaya apologized because they were going in on her on TikTok. Yeah, me too. I'm glad because now what do you have to say? Now what do you have to say? I am glad as well. But thank you so much for being a long-time Star Family member. I truly appreciate your support.
Yes,
and thank you for the super
you.
chat. Amina on YouTube, thank you so much for the super chat. Amina said, hey, Nikki and Star fam, any call-ins today? Yes. Let me share the link for whoever wants to call in. Here you go. And guys, when you call in, I'm not saying make it brief, but let's get to the point. Because last time I had so many people and some people left because I was just taking too long. And I just want to be respectful of everybody who does come in. The link is now in the chat. Thank you, Amina. All righty. I got through all my YouTubes. Let me check and see if there was anything else. I didn't hear anything.
There was some you didn't get. Wait a minute.
No, I think I got all of them.
My sister.
Yeah, I got all of them.
Okay, you got Amina. That's the last one.
Yeah, I got Amina. And always for ya, and I don't know what I. All right, we got 2 people already. I know that's right. I know that's right. Venmo. Let me check my cash app.
Lauren, please.
I got that one. Did I get that? I got that one. Let's check this. All right, I think I'm good. I think I am good. Okay, so I think we have 3 people. So I'm going to bring up Amina. While I bring up Amina, I'm going to also post your comments as well, and we'll respond to that. Amina, are you ready? Thumbs up if you're ready. Let's go. Hey, Amina. Thank you for joining.
Thank you so much for having me. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Star fam. Mama Star, Lauren Star, Toya Star, everyone.
Hey.
Thank you for having me up. I had a couple of notes. It won't take too long at all.
Go ahead.
I just got to emerge myself. So just give me 1 second.
You say Amina.
No,
Australia.
Yeah, Australia. Yeah.
Okay.
Should I do my little British one? Should I switch it up? Do a little British one. I'm joking.
We like the Aussie. Go
ahead. So with Zach, I fear he will never escape me. I had a theory from part 1 of movie night when he was saying, I knew this was going to happen about Kata having a go at him for not saying that Angel Wings left. Why do I have a feeling that he was told not to say that just so they could have a moment in movie night? This is my tinfoil hat, allegedly. So they could have that moment at movie night.
You know what? I absolutely agree because he is such a gamer. I feel like he would have said that because he knows that movie night is coming. I wouldn't be shocked if he was told he couldn't say anything. And I think nobody was supposed to say anything, but because Kata mentioned it and was like looking around, the Casa girls just was like, oh yeah, because they were freshly there. So they probably didn't even get the speech to not say anything. So I think that's why that happened, just to also get that moment, but they wanted to keep her in the dark. I agree.
Yes. And then the reason I also think he may have gone along with something like that was the payoff of him not having that bad of a rap on movie night, because where was Zach's movie night clip of him constantly getting in people's ears?
Nothing.
We were waiting for the Kendall edit.
I was waiting for the conversation with him and Bryce in the bathroom about Trinity. I was like, that was so damning. None of us forgot that. And I know that a lot of us were telling production that that's the clip we wanted in there.
Absolutely. That reply box was full. Is something going on? Allegedly. I also wondered, so people were putting together that the order of movie night was switched, and it seemed like the sincere clip came first because of the tears on Melanie's face. I'm thinking that maybe part of Corbin and Casey's reaction when they were saying like this is really bad was also in anticipation of what theirs could be. Ooh. But they made it seem like they were just talking about sincere, which they may have also been. But I just had a feeling, realizing that was probably one of the first clips they saw. They were thinking like, oh, it's going to be really bad for us as well. Because they didn't seem to care when it came, because the switch up was crazy. Like you were saying, when Corbin's one came around, he just did not seem to care.
He loved it. Corbin loved seeing himself on movie night.
It was his highlight reel. Like he's like, can I get this later?
So happy. I was like, Corbin, at least act like you're hurt by what you were saying.
No. He
enjoyed every moment. I also want to say this. Casey's reaction clips to him reacting to movie night were also repurposed because his reactions were the same ones we saw last night.
I agree.
Like there were so many clips of him like this, but like in the same pattern that I was just like, oh, you guys are reusing clips. Because the way you're editing it is like this is another clip later in the day, later in the movie night, but he has the same reaction from yesterday. So that whole scene is really, edited really, not, I won't say poorly. I thought it was done really, really well, but it's also because it's a lot longer than what we're seeing. I think they showed a lot more clips. I think they just showed us the juiciest ones.
Yes, I agree. The other thing I want to say, was Mama Star say something?
And they were juicy.
They were.
I fear this is just the truth. And Bryce, I don't have too much of an issue with Bryce. I do think he falls into the same category as Zach, which is just gaming. I think something I take issue with was him saying that one of his excuses was the boys don't tell them what they're telling the girls, and that's why they don't speak up. But he saw in real time, if I'm not mistaken, he was the one that was saying that Sincere should give the bed to Melanie if she goes to Soul Ties, right?
Yes. Yep.
He saw he didn't do that. And the next day he's still saying, oh, it's just bad optics, but he really does like her. And everybody in that house, she's in an echo chamber. I really feel bad for her because, of course, she knows in herself, like you've said so many times, that she can do better.
Yeah.
But I think we kind of forget that this is a mental experiment as well. Like you're isolated from people. You don't see your family. You don't see your friends. You're seeing these same people every single day. And I think the people you bond with at the beginning, when you're in such a new environment, it's such a strong bond. And that's why these girls, like Kata included, we're all here saying, Kata, like, are you serious about this guy? But when they get home, hopefully somebody will advise them.
Oh yeah. I don't think a lot of these couples are going to make it to the airport. And if they do, once they get around their families,
the airport.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to make it to the airport. And if they do, once they get around their families are going to be like, no. I do not see Kata's parents telling her to stay with Zach.
But what about family?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if we're going to get it because this cast is very hostile towards each other.
Okay.
Can you imagine Melanie and Sincere's family meeting? Girl, I don't know if we're going to have a family day. We'll see. We are getting an America Says.
So, yeah, we're waiting for that. Well, I'm not American, but guys, say what you have to say. You can say it for me too. Yeah. And then the last thing I wanted to say was, I think this cast, like you've alluded to before as well, is not well versed in Love Island, because I think it was Caleb that said something about, this is what I would have said in the mailbox challenge. So I really think they didn't think movie night was happening, and that might be a lot of the reason why they moved the way that they did as well. But that was all from me. Thank you so much for having me up here, Nikki.
Thank you so much for coming up here and sharing your opinion. I absolutely appreciate the time that we chat together.
And we love you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Hi. Chrissy, are you ready? Give me a thumbs up. Oh. Chrissy, you give me a thumbs up? Osmond, are you ready? All right, let's go.
Hi, hey, how are you? I finally understand the thumbs up now. I learned that I just have a few things.
Okay, let's go.
Production disappointed me with movie night. Didn't get Zach, obviously. Production didn't put two very important clips when it came to Sincere. They forgot the clip of Sincere talking to, I think, either Caleb or Bryce, saying, oh, it's been 3 days, and getting to know Amora, and I already got what Melanie's face looks like. And they also forgot the clip of Sincere teaching Amora how to spell her name in sign language, because just before movie night, he was doing the same thing to Melanie, speaking in sign language. I was like, I wish they would have put that as well. But I think
you wanted them to kill Melanie. They couldn't.
They probably was just like, we're done. We can't show her.
No, I understand. The first clip was a whiplash that I would have never, even though it's a cinematic masterpiece, I don't want to see that whiplash again.
Yeah.
But I think what Melanie said when she was lashing out at Sincere was absolutely valid. I don't think that the problem is no longer with Melanie. The problem is with everyone else, because they're not understanding the fact that this is a habitual liar, and this is a habitual. He has done a lot of things, and I don't understand why is everyone trying to brush that under the rug and say he's still a good guy. He still tells us he likes you, and then Sincere tried to deflect by saying, oh, what have you done with Corbin? And I'm like, is he trying to bring up what Melanie did during the bet challenge?
He knew, he tried that, and it did not go over well at all. So he abandoned that with the quickness, because
he wasn't specific. Go ahead.
Melanie, after what Melanie set through, there's no way that you're going to try to flip it on her and be like, oh, you did the same thing with Corbin, which shows that he's not sorry and he learned nothing.
Right.
Go ahead, Osmond.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. So I just don't understand why everyone is just enabling, and the deflection was just what made it worse. He saw all this and he thought that he had a way out, or he should have just stayed silent. I feel like him opening his mouth just made things worse. And another thing, Anaya, when it came to Melanie, this showed me that Anaya is not a friend to Melanie the way the Melanie was a friend to Anaya. When the Casa Amorva coupling happened and Anaya was in tears, who was the one person who actually spoke life into her and saying, "This is a build-a-bear type of dude. You don't need that. You're different."
Mhm.
And when seeing Melanie just be so emotionally drained, and the only thing that Anaya had to say was, "I understand that he was lying, but like, I understand he's a good." Everyone was saying he's a good person.
Mhm.
There's no way.
Yeah.
And like, I was like, Melanie, I know you had like this like good moment. You think trying to think of any good moments that you had with Sincere, but where in the lying, the manipulation, the breadcrumbing, did you think that this was a good person? So, and then Bryce tried to enable her, tried to put seeds of doubt in her mind. It's just like at this point, I think the best thing for Melanie is to leave because this is not a conducive relationship.
Mhm.
This is not a conducive relationship. And I don't think she should even try to like be cordial moving forward. I think it's just go your separate ways and never communicate again. And I don't need her to be at a finale wearing these fancy dresses and getting reading a speech to someone who's just
Oh,
lied to you. Like
yeah.
it's like we saw this with Kaylor, we saw this with Chris and Huda.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Um, so I hope that she leaves. I know people don't have faith, but how she had the like her in the beginning of the episode and her in the conversation with Sincere. I know she's like 1 foot out the door. I need her to get both feet out the door, and I don't need like everyone is enabling, and I just need to stop.
Yeah.
What else happened? I'm glad Casey and Anaya both apologized. I'm glad that he understood that not only that his comments were out of pocket, but he also understood that there was some resentment, i.e., the doors. He didn't imply, but I guess he understood the resentment of him not being picked at the beginning.
Yeah.
And I appreciate Anaya apologizing that how she reacted standing above him and yelling at him was not the way to go from the last episode. So it looks like we're done with the saga.
Yes. Thank God.
I just hope the internet, like, you know,
Let's it go. Yeah.
lets it go.
I
Because,
agree.
and then what else happened? Kenzie, I have no- listen, I understand Kenzie now. Her splits are hello, her kisses are handshake, and her
Mhm.
getting PJ'd means I like you. So there's that. And the fact that Dylan folded, like the fact that Dylan was saying that, oh, he was hurt, and in the night you're still kissing her in the bed, it's just like, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
this was a really insightful episode to me because I see that a lot of people need to learn emotional work. They need the emotional work done. They
Mhm.
also, yeah, I just feel like they just, and knowing that this is a young group minus Bryce, I can see that they have a lot of character work. It just
Mhm.
shows that there's a lot of character flaws, and that once the show is done and once they actually decide to look back at the show and watch it through, that they need a lot of work.
Yeah.
I'm praying for Kata. I today is the day that I realized we are never going to see Grim Reaper again. Going to stay in her slumber.
I know. That's what we wanted. She can get like that with the girls. I need her to get like that with Zach.
I think that's going to be reunion. I think that's going to be reunion once she sees the clips again.
Yeah.
But until then, I fear that where that girl is too done in. So
Can
I
I say something, Osmond?
yes,
Hi, my love, Mama Star here. I agree with you on the fact that I think Melanie should have gone home. And I think she should have gone home. I think she wanted to stay to the end, but I think she should have said, you know what? I want to go home. Sincere,
no,
you and Amor go ahead on because, what? is he going to do different? This, I mean, this is time after time. Like if movie night wouldn't have came on, she wouldn't have really known what he did with Soul. You know what I mean? She saw what he did in front of her face, but behind her back and what he was telling her. And then like he do that with every, because the same thing that he did with Amore is what he did with Soul. He saw Soul, whatever her name is. He was with her, then he chose Melanie, then he was with Amore, then he chose Melanie. So this is a pattern. So I wish she would have went home too. Thank you
Yeah.
for bringing that point up. I think
No,
she.
I think
I want to
I
go home. I don't want to go through this again. He's not good for me, and I don't want to teach another young girl that this is acceptable behavior.
no, I absolutely agree. Once I think I knew that this relationship was no longer healthy with when it was I think it was like the cost of a coupling because she experienced someone who was actually intentional and was showing like interest. Like even though with Corey we didn't see a lot, at least she got a tisp of what she was supposed to deserve with the relationship that she was in with Sincere. But at the same time, I do agree with Mama Star. Like I wish she would have gone home
Mm-hmm.
because I don't believe any woman, let alone Melanie, deserved the way that Sincere has been treating her.
Yeah.
I just it pains me, but I
Yeah.
can see where people are coming from with like, oh, she's saying all, and I have to applaud her for the emotional stability and how she was able to clock him in that conversation at the end of the episode where she was like, "Oh, if you're saying you're doing the things that you're doing for people pleasing, tell me tell me what was one thing about you and Soul that was people pleasing." And I think she knows that he's full of it. I think she knows that the relationship isn't healthy. I
Yeah.
think, like I said before, she's in a conducive, a non-healthy environment where people are just putting ear bugs in her ear all the time, putting seeds of doubt.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do wish her the best after this experience. But yeah, I guess that's everything.
Okay. I only want to say this about Anaya. I think that her and Melanie have a really, I think they have a friendship where they pour into each other very differently. I don't think that Anaya, because and the reason why I'm saying this because I had to correct myself because I felt like Melanie wasn't a friend to Anaya that Anaya needed. And boy, did she prove me wrong. I think that they are good for each other and they know each other better than we do. And I think they pour into each other in the way that they need it. When I spoke about with Anaya still giving Sincere his flowers, I honestly think you all have to realize we still have intel that they do not.
Mm-hmm.
They got those little movie night clips, but they are not seeing everything. I think those people are still enamored by Sincere and they think that he just made one little mistake. And it's just like, oh, he's going to do better and not do that again. They don't realize that Sincere is not going to get better. They're his friends, right? And they think that he is going to take all this in and learn because Sincere is moping around the villa. And so they all think that he is going to stand up and change and do something differently. So I give all of the Islanders grace on how they view Sincere because they don't have the intel that we do. And Sincere is a charmer. He charmed me in the beginning. I was rooting for him and Melanie. So I don't think that this was Anaya's best moment with Melanie. But again, I think that she was focusing on uplifting her friend and not making her feel foolish.
And I get that.
I
get
think that's what's happening with Melanie. Melanie beats herself up so badly. She calls her so stupid. She calls herself a fool. She says that she deserves this stuff because she's a dummy. So I think that Anaya was just focusing on making her feel less foolish.
Okay, I can see that. I
And I
think she
will say
okay.
this, I think that when they get to the reunion, I think all of these friendships, a lot of them are, I think, except for the Brats pack, a lot of these friendships are going to be done. Because one, they're going to go back and talk to their families that watch the show and their friends. And then they're also, if they're smart, going to watch the season before the reunion, and I think we're going to see a huge shift in the dynamics and relationship in that villa. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think once the season is done, that period between the finale and the reunion is going to be very interesting to watch. But yeah, like you said, he's a charmer. Like his smile, his long hair, even though he pains me with how he pronounces words incorrectly, he knows how to
Epitome, epitome, epitome.
emerge. I think I was like,
Said it with his chest. Said it with his chest.
I think the fans need to give him a dictionary once the season's over. But other than that, yeah, I have a bad feeling that I have a bad feeling that this recoupling slash dumping is not going to go the way it's supposed to go. That's just me.
Yeah.
But
I think
yeah.
that's the reason why they are going to have the Islanders vote. I think they already know that this recoupling is not going to go the way that it should
But the
go.
thing is, I'm just scratching my head on like what what the voting's going to be, because I thought the last vote was going to be something like favorite boy, favorite girl, and out of the blue is them bringing Casa people back. So I'm wondering, it's like, are they going to pull something out of the behind, or is just going to be back to the regular scheduled recoupling business?
Yeah.
But yeah,
To see, because they still have a lot of people to get out that villa. So I think we're going to have. I think the next few days the next few episodes are just going to be eliminations.
yeah, I think it's gonna be like those challenges, like the baby challenge, the family day. But yeah, we're at the home stretch. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Mama Star, if she can hear me.
I can hear you, my love. Thank you.
Oh my God, thank you.
Thank you, Austin. Have a good
Bye.
night. Bye.
Love you.
Miss Ship Sailing or Christia, can you guys give me a thumbs up? Just let me see you. And give me a thumbs up if you're ready to come up. If not, my girl Alma's going to come up. Okay. Alma, come to the stage.
I'm here, Queen.
Hey. Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Oh God, I had a day, but I'm so excited. I took the week off, and every day I go home and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch Nikki, and then this is my routine. I already know what's up. How are you, love?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, I made a list again. Here we go.
Go ahead.
With Anaya's advice to Melanie, I think that's Anaya's advice to Melanie because that's the advice that Anaya would give to Anaya.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's what she was telling herself with Casey the whole time, being like, no, it's okay, but he really likes me. No, actually, no. And I want to know what they're seeing with Sincere, because so many people, not just Bryce and Anaya, keep saying like, but he just really likes you. And I think it's because, so I come from a Jamaican background, and sometimes Black Caribbean people can say things with a lot of passion.
Yeah.
Regardless of if they mean it or not. And sometimes I feel like Sincere is so good with like using his words and using passion in a sentence and with his inflections that it sounds important, but he's really lying. And I don't know, I just noticed that and I just was like, no, I think he's just dramatic, but I don't think he actually likes her like that. I don't even know if he knows what it's like to like somebody as much as she likes him in the way that like breeds respect.
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever seen that. Like how Corbin earlier was like, first of all, that girl, the Persian cat, she was giving him a test. She said, are you really romantic? I said, Corbin, this is a test. And a good test.
Yeah.
That girl is Arab. She wants romance. You're not listening. And he was like, I don't really think so. I said, wrong answer. Terrible answer. She's not playing. And I already know she does not play about roses and surprise dates. I know girls like her, and I love girls like her. I know she's not playing. And when he was like, no, my family's not romantic, and I kind of learned from my dad, I was like, Corbin, you're not here with us. You're not listening.
Well, that's why Parmesan is a great partner for him. Neither one of them are on the same planet. Like just hearing them talk, I'm like, I cannot believe
Like they're all on Voltron. The two of them. I don't know what's going on.
I can't take it. I can't take it.
Oh my god. Okay, and then so what gave me pause, which a lot of men on the show have done, and sometimes like there's a pattern of treating women as like these feral creatures. Like if you say the right thing, you can quell them.
Mm-hmm.
And when Melanie stood up and she was getting really upset when when Sincere was like, well, you did the same thing to Corbin. First of all, Corbin was like, I don't care. She didn't even kiss that man. And he was like, okay, no kiss. She was like, no.
But he knew that. He was just trying to deflect.
Trying to choose anything.
He doesn't want to take accountability.
No. What threw me off was when Bryce was like, this is the part when you just say yes. And I'm like, regardless if he means it or not, like you just agree with her just because. That threw me off.
Yeah.
And again, this is like every episode, I'm like, Melanie's intuition is so good. She just doesn't know how to make the right decision to follow it.
Pristine.
That stuff. And I'm like, yes, Melanie, yes, you're there. You're right there.
You get it. She just doesn't do it.
She knows. She was like, I don't know. I just feel like I don't believe you. And everything you're saying is very strange and odd. And I'm like, follow that feeling, Melanie. Follow that feeling. And I really hope that the voices of the other people on the island, because not to be rude, but they're ops. Telling somebody to stay with somebody that's been lying to them this whole time. You guys are my ops. I really don't trust you.
Yeah.
But I hope that she just follows her intuition and doesn't follow the crowd, because she will regret it later and possibly resent what could be her friends later on, resent them for that. Like, because that's exactly what Anaya said. She said, so you all lied to me when you knew Casey was like about me. And then she proceeds to do the same thing to Melanie.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing about that. When Melanie was cussing him out, Bryce was like, he lied to us too.
Yeah, I know.
He's like, we thought he liked you. Like, no, come on, Melanie. He scammed all of us. And I think that's what's happening. I think that's why I said the reunion is going to be through the true test of how those relationships in the villa. Because I think they come out and see everything. They're going to be like, oh, wait. Same thing with Corey. Corey was he got out that villa and he watched movie night and he was just like, oh, I'm sorry, I defended Casey.
Guys, I was my bad.
He was like, I'm sorry. I didn't know. He said, I didn't know none of this stuff. He was like, you guys have to realize we were not there. Like, we only watched the people we're coming in for. So I didn't see none of that stuff. I only saw Melanie and Sincere stuff because I was coming in for Melanie. So he's like, I didn't know none of that. I'm sorry. I was just going off of how me and him interacted. I ain't know. I take it all back.
This is a lesson.
That's gonna happen.
This is a lesson, though. Don't speak on anything you don't know about.
Yep.
Keep that mouth closed.
Yep.
Also, but even with Sincere, when I was watching it, even when he was trying to like give one of his little speeches that he likes to give, I kept thinking to myself, like, Sincere is so creepy. The way he lies, and you can see the gears turning in his head as he's talking. I don't even know if he's aware of it. He just does it. It creeps me out. I was just like, yeah, no, this is not going to work.
Here's the thing. I didn't know that. Like, we watched it, because we're watching it every day.
Yeah.
I watch it, and then I hop right on here, right? So everything that's fresh in my head, I talk about it with you guys. Watching that clip of him, I was like, oh, this is bad.
It's scary.
I got a problem.
Yeah.
And then in his confessionals where he says that he's aware of it, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
It's scary.
I last week or 2 days ago, I kept thinking like, you need clinical help. I don't know. Yeah. You need to see somebody.
Like, you are actively deceiving people and you know it and you feel no way about it. Because even when Melanie has been crying over that guy the whole time.
He's been seeing it. He
doesn't react.
He doesn't even, his eyes don't even well up with tears or nothing.
Nothing. We have not seen him react to how he has affected people. There has been no kind of emotion.
No, it's very bizarre.
He's been doing this for years.
That's what I think. He's been doing this since he was a child.
So honestly, when he told Melanie, like, I've been people pleasing since I was young, again, I'm watching him and I'm not a psychiatrist. I don't want to throw diagnoses out there, but I'm really tempted
to. You said that,
I'm really tempted.
I was just like, Sincere, Is that true? Like you gotta think of everything that he's saying as a lie at this point until it's proven.
Yeah. But honestly, I believe that this is me being naive because he could be fully lying because he does lie a lot. I do believe that was a shred of truth. I do think that when he was younger, he might have had to learn to quell his parents' emotions, learn to quell the emotions of people around him. And that does manifest into something very sinister for certain people. But the lack of emotion and the repeating of sentences to every woman he deems attractive and wants to tongue down and do whatever and explore that word. It just...
I think what it is with him, I don't think that he's a people pleaser. I think he learned very early in his life that if he lies, he can get whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Or if he tells people what they want to hear, that's not people pleasing. That's being manipulative.
Yeah. But I'm saying it can start with that when you're very young and you're like 6 and you're like, okay, if I say this A plus B, it will give me this outcome. And then later on, it manifests into something very sinister. But you're right. The lack of emotion from him throughout this whole show is very strange. Okay, next on my list, I'm going to put Sincere in here because he does verbalize that he is sorry and that he understands. I know he probably doesn't, but that's what he's verbalizing and that's what everyone else is hearing. The only man who has not... only person, because Kenzie actually did take it on the chin. She said, y'all, my bad. I did too much.
I just had attractions to several people.
I did way too much. And she just listened and she went, yeah. Yes, I did do that.
Man eater.
I appreciate that. Just take it and just move on. The only Islander who has not done that is Zach. And I'm so I don't trust Zach is a weirdo. Zach is very strange. And
I feel like to me, he's very sinister. And I do not like how he talks about women. I don't like it.
No.
It's always so negative. Strange. And I clocked it in that conversation with him and Bryce. I didn't like, she's not like us. She doesn't fit us. What was that? And then wherever there is a disagreement, it's not even with him. He'll jump in. Not because he agrees with what the guy is saying, because he loves fighting with women. It's very weird. And how he talks about the women when they're not there. I'm just like, why didn't the show us that?
Yeah. I think also too, I really like what they interviewed that casting person and she talked about people can only hide for 2 weeks. And then we end up seeing it. Also being the editors in the back must be so tea. You're in the back gasping with things because that's what you have to do for the whole month. That's your job. But also aside, I've noticed that Zach has been trying to get the dark-skinned women single from the beginning, and I don't like that. I don't like that.
The thing about it is, I'm like, how do you have vendetta against the black girls when Kenzie was the one who treated you like garbage? I remember when I was defending Zach against I was like, she's doing too much. And then going for Trinity and Anaya out of nowhere. And I'm just like, what are you doing? Yeah. And people just like, oh, he's racist. I'm like, no, he's not racist. He watched this show. Yeah. He studied the show. Remember, when Charlie was in the villa, Zach was watching the show and posting about his brother.
That's true.
So he's a super fan. Yeah. And he knows that the black girls got motion, especially in the dark. He knows. So for me, I've always felt like he's been trying to take out his competition. That's why he was constantly going after KC. He knows who he cannot beat. That's what he's been doing.
I knew he was lying. The first time not the first flag, but one of the flags, I was sitting there and watched. It was him and Bryce talking. And Bryce, to be fair, Trinity didn't know if she liked Bryce for a good 2 weeks. Okay, she was like,
our good sis forced that connection, but good for her. I forced connections before too, so I can't judge.
Sometimes when you meet a good man, you're like, that's fine. But she was like, I don't know, and Bryce would be trying so hard, and she's like, thank you. Love that. But it was when Zach, he was like, if you want me to be honest, I don't think she likes you. I was like, I don't get that she doesn't like him. I get that she's unsure because, she's verbalized why she's unsure. She said it many times. But when he said that, I was like, oh, he's trying to win. I know what's up. I know what you do. Even when he said it with Anaya, he was like,
he's a game player. He's been gaming since they got there. and nobody has caught it. They will not catch it until that reunion. That's what I'm talking. That's why this is the only reunion that I am looking forward to, because I was not looking forward to the reunion from last season because of how the cast treated Huda all the way up until then. I was just like, we're not going to get anything, and we didn't.
Yeah.
This reunion, I feel like it's going to be a good one.
I wrote down, if I was in the villa ... If I was in the villa, which I want to apply for next year because I want to be on it so much.
My God, do it!
I really do.
Do it!
I
Let me tell you something. Do it. We're taking you to the end.
Yes,
we're taking you. We are starting. If you get on that show, we are starting a campaign, girl.
I feel like, first of all, if I get on it, you have to take off all the videos that I've been on of yours, because I've said some stuff on here. You guys
don't worry, I got it. Don't worry. Don't worry. We got you.
You more. You just gotta believe
we got you.
But I wrote down, if I was in the villa, unfortunately, I would be not like Zach per se, but the way they're all telling Melanie to stay was sincere. I'm like, are you guys not trying to win? Shut up! Tell them to break up. I'd be like, no.
Well, I think they don't think that they're competition at this point, since they keep on fighting and falling apart. I think that Melanie and Sincere were competition in the beginning. I think now nobody thinks that they're winning this.
But I feel like just to solidify, I'd be like, no, Mel, I think it's done. I think it's, even though I actually do think she should break up with him, I would definitely guarantee that she breaks up with him, because I'm trying to win this money.
I feel like she might break up with him like how we got Chris and Heather. Once they realize they're in the end, I think what is going on outside? I think that she's just I think they're gonna have their dinner or whatever, and I think she's gonna be like, this isn't for me. I feel like she's gonna do her big one. I hope she does her big one.
I was sitting there, and she was like, when the last scene, I'm watching it, I sat up in my seat because I was like, please, Mel, please, just let him go, because she looks so lifeless. Like, I'm like, you have, and she said it herself. Well, she said the other day, like she's like, I haven't been happy.
She said he's draining me, and he is. He is draining me, girl. That boy is a leech demon.
I wanted her to get her bags and say, let me go.
Me too.
She's not getting that back anymore. It's done. He ruined it. I'm like, we could have been rich and you ruined it because you like to cheat, but whatever. And then my last thing was just a little gold star for two of the islanders. It's a random gold star, maybe not deserved, but for Corbin and Kenzie. Hear me out.
Okay, I'm listening.
I really like how both of them kiss people and they tell the people that they're dating right after. They never lie about stuff. Kenzie does a lot, but there's on tape, every time she kisses somebody, she goes back, I kissed Dylan. And I have to tell you about it.
If a bombshell comes in, Kenzie's kissing him.
But she always tells. She always says,
can't help herself.
I am interested in Boo Boo. And that's just what it is. And I like that about her. I think that's why I watched her video and I was like, it's not as bad as Sincere's. Like, because she keeps verbalizing that, yeah, she does like these people.
Oh, I don't think that her videos are as bad as Sincere. I think that Kenzie is similar to Sincere in the fact that she lies. Kenzie is a liar. My God, today you can't take a thing that girl says.
She waters things down. Like, she'll tell
her and Sincere.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like I'm of the opinion that Sincere tells 25% of the truth, and Kenzie, I feel, tells 70% of the truth. Like, she always does say she kissed him, but if someone's like, who leaned in first, she goes, him.
Yes, I kissed him. But it was him. It was all him.
He wanted it.
To do it.
But she does tell. And I think I really do appreciate Corbin sometimes, but one thing I did like about him is that, for example, Casey, for some reason, which I think is part of the red pill stuff, but Casey felt entitled to sexual activities with Anaya. Like, why won't you give that to me? I was nice to you.
Yes.
Those are weird things to say. Those are very strange things to say, and those are things that you need to work on in therapy. But with Corbin, for example, like when Melanie didn't want to kiss him, he went, okay, and then went off and kissed somebody else. He doesn't hold it against the women if they don't want to do sexual stuff with them. He'll just move on to the next person, because I think he knows that there's somebody out him for him who's going to do it. So he's just like, okay, sister, and then moves on and is like, Persia, do you want to kiss? And she's like, yeah. I hate when they have conversations. It stresses me out. But yeah, that's all I had. Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. I always love when you come up and chat with me.
Yes.
And I hope we get to do this again.
Yes, I hope I get to talk about me next.
Girl, if you make it on that show, this is going to become a stand account for you.
She trying
Just
to go
like-
on here?
Yes. She's going to apply.
When? So we
Then
I really want to. I want to go
do
on.
it. Do it.
Yes.
And then-
I'm gonna get kicked off. They're gonna be like, Amma, you're getting kicked off because you've talked to nobody and you keep going on the zip line. You keep going in the pool and eating. You're not doing anything.
Listen, Sean.
What do we need to do to get you on there?
I don't know, guys.
And we're gonna hype it up.
I'm putting it out there.
Yes, you're putting it out there. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a
No
good night.
Bye.
Bye. Christia and Midship Sailing, please give me a thumbs up. I need to see your faces and I need to know that you're ready to come up. You don't have to come up, like you can leave your camera off. I just need to see that there's a person behind there that wants to come up here. Yes, Midship Sailing, let's go. You ready? All right, let's go. And you don't have to have your camera on. I just needed to see you. Hey, Midship Sailing, what's up?
Hi, can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly.
Hi, I've been a fan since you were in the closet talking about how Brian was in a demon.
Oh, so you are an OG Star family member.
For forever.
Thank you for being here.
This is my first time speaking. I've always watched the replays, never caught it live like that.
Oh,
How Mrs. Star?
Mama Star, I love you, my love.
I am so worried about this season. I'm so worried about the brass pack. It's so many straight men watching, and I thought I would love it to, did a different point of view, but it's worrisome.
Well, I think it's because these men are betting on the show. That's why. A lot of them bet on KC because I think it's some Kalashi gambling thing that some gambling app. That
I heard about that.
They're betting on Love Island, and a lot of the men who are fighting for certain men the reason why they're doing that is not because they watch the show or care. They voted on these people winning. Like they bet on these people winning, so they have to make sure these people win, or not they lose a lot of money.
Okay, so I have some points. Let me just run down them.
Go ahead.
Okay, so my first point is I'm not a KC defender. KC is not one of my people. Mm-hmm. So I was happy that Anaya did apologize, even though I didn't think she needed to. But the way the internet was turning, they were like, he should have beat her up. You don't stand over a man like that. I was like, why we need to beat her up?
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
I agree.
And let me get this on Casey. Casey is a game player. But the difference is between him, Bryce, and Zach is that Casey is worried about his own game.
Yeah.
Zach and Bryce is worried about everybody else. And I don't even think Bryce is worried about everybody else. He's a follower to a certain extent of Zach's. And it's weird because, and I clocked Casey when that whole exchange with Bryce, when Bryce got offended, because honestly, I would have got offended too.
Yeah.
And people like, that's not what Casey said. Bryce paraphrased.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think people know literacy because they don't know what paraphrasing means. He didn't need to say what it meant exactly.
Yeah.
And okay, so that's that. And then I love Anaya and I love Melanie. I love Anaya and Melanie and I love their relationship. I love all the Bratz Pack. And I think what's different between the Bratz Pack and PPG, it's not one singular friend they all follow. Like you could tell with PPG, Serena was the glue that was holding PPG together.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody in the Bratz Pack, you have Anaya and Melanie, then you have Trinity and Anaya, and you got Kata and Melanie. Everybody is in their own singular group.
Yeah, there's a different leader every episode. They just switch out and transition.
And and I love that. But I loved how they poured into each other because Melanie saw that Anaya needed to be screamed at when pouring into her, but Anaya saw that she needed to be talked sweetly to. When she told the truth, when she was pouring into her, like, it's okay, it's gonna be all right. But also, can I be honest? I wanted to slap Anaya because I'm like, and then I had to remember Anaya loves a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Do you remember that scene early on when it was Bea and the rest of the dudes, and they were like, I don't think they don't make it. And the night was like, well, I do. Yeah. She said, am I reading this wrong? And everybody was like, yeah, Anaya, they're not going to make it.
Yeah. I also, we've also talked about this. She's also very, very sheltered. But I do still think that the reason why she was talking to Melanie like that is because Melanie was beating up on herself for still believing and trusting Sincere. And because she also was like, when she sat down with Sincere, she was not letting him off the hook at all. But I also think because of the way this cast is defending Sincere, I think they think that this is a one-off with him. I think they all feel like he's learned his lesson and he's going to change and be a different person. I don't think they realize that this is Sincere.
Right.
And I think what's the difference between Sincere and KC is Sincere is more smoother. He has ingratiated himself with the girls. He is best friends with the girls.
Yeah.
KC is like, I'll take you or leave you.
Yeah.
Another question I had for you, Nikki, was, do you think, like, season 5, do you remember Kenzo and Carmen? Do you think that's Corbin and Permita? Because something about them don't seem right.
I actually prefer them over Corbin and Parmesan.
Because
I cannot watch Corbin and Permita. I really can't. It irks my spirit. My soul is vexed watching them.
And you knew how they knew each other, and everybody was like, no, they came in with a plan. They came in with a plan.
I feel like I didn't think that Corbin and Permita knew each other until when Permita said that she knew Corbin and that she was in his DMs. His reaction, he was like, oh, yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Y'all been talking for a minute. At this point, it's going to be really hard to get Islanders who don't know each other, because for people who want to be on reality TV, they're already kind of showing up on the internet a certain way. So you're going from the people who are comfortable, who want to be seen. And I feel like a lot of these people who want to be seen are going to know each other at some point, especially if they're budding influencers.
Because she was like, they closed off way too soon. I was like, no, this is a plan Todd set up to come with us with the team.
That's another thing that was a little suspicious. I'm like, y'all closing off so quickly. It was also how quickly they had sex. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. You went from you didn't want anybody to see you kissing him to you're sleeping with him, showering with him. This is a little odd. It's a little odd.
And one of my last things is I really wanted Melanie to pick up her bags and leave. Like, remember Liberty from one of them UK seasons when she came to Jake and was like, hey, I'm just gonna leave. This don't, and she would have won so many hearts and she would have got some money. I swear, if she would have left today, she could have been the next Olandria. Sorry, Sam, I'm not saying she will be. I'm just saying the doors would have opened up to her.
Here's the thing: I think we all want her. I think feel like it'll be best for her to leave. I don't think production is going to. They if she wants to leave, she can leave. I think they're heavily convincing her to stay, because the Melanie and Sincere love triangle, although we hate seeing it, it's very profitable. Not the love triangle, but the back and forth with them is very profitable. They need them to make it to the end, because they need Melanie and Sincere to break up when they go on their date, like with Chris and Huda. I think that's what they're banking on. I don't think they're banking on her staying with him, but I think they at least want to keep her for a minute because if she leaves, of course, Karnaya is really, really good. Who else is
And that's
going?
who I had my money on. I had my money on Tanaya.
That's what I think. I think it's going to be neck and neck with them and Brinity.
But also one more thing, I'm so sorry. But do you think these men liked women? I mean, they're attracted to women, but I don't think they like the women because it just don't seem like it.
Well,
every time
they don't. And I think it's because the indoctrination that's happening, right? A lot of these men, we said before, are red pilled. These are children that grew up on the internet. So they grew up watching people on YouTube from a very young child to now. And oftentimes the parents don't know what these kids are digesting. So they're digesting these white supremacists masquerading as YouTubers and streamers and podcasters, and they're feeding these kids all of this garbage, and they're growing up with it, and they're actually believing this, not knowing that these people are just saying shocking things for views. It's rage bait. And they don't know that they're digesting rage bait. They think that these are people's opinions, and they look up to these people because they're lying to them and saying that because I do this, I have all of this. Because I do this, I have this woman. And not knowing that these people are buying this stuff. This is not a real lifestyle. They're selling you a lie for profit. So the problem is they're listening to this rage bait and digesting it as Bible. So we have a generation of men that do not like women and do not see them as human, but are sexually attracted to them, and that's it. They don't think that when Anaya and KC had that chat, and she was like, she likes being a princess or whatever, and how she has been treated her whole life, and he immediately says to her, "Oh, this generation ain't like that. All that chivalry stuff is dead. So don't think that I'm going to put down a coat over a puddle so that you can walk over it." So he was immediately telling her that we don't do that. What the older generation did, we do not do. We do not care for the women. Chivalry is gone. I'm not going to do that to you. And I absolutely know that he has heard that on some podcast that says that the woman should be your slave, that the woman should listen to you, that the woman, you don't have to do anything to get these girls. All you have to do is stay in the gym and get money. And so we have a generation of men who actually believe that because the parents don't know that they are being indoctrinated or have been for some time on the internet. They just, because oftentimes people are not thinking that you could get this kind of content on YouTube. They're not thinking that white supremacists are sitting on YouTube spouting all nonsense to kids, because I have to check a box to say, my content is not for kids. There are a lot of people who don't check that box. Why?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, because children are the biggest audience on YouTube, and they don't care who's seeing it as long as it's a view, and that view pays them very well. So this is what we're dealing with. And it's very unfortunate because we're sitting here watching it on a show for women. We're sitting here watching the romance die. Like there's no romance. The girls aren't being pursued. They're not being romanced. These men hate them. And we're sitting here watching it. That's why production is doing what they are doing, because we need them to steer this show back in the right direction. They don't like them. They're sexually attracted to them, and that is it.
Except for thank you, Nikki.
Except for Carl.
Carl
yeah.
Over a puddle.
Oh, his parents absolutely monitored his time on the computer, on the internet. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he wasn't, his mom had blockers on the internet. She knew what her son was watching. Mm-hmm. We are dealing with kids whose parents let them watch anything and they check it.
No,
well, thank you, NikkiNicoleStar family.
You're welcome.
I will try to make it next time. I'll try to do this again.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much for joining me.
You too.
Bye. Chrissy, are you ready to come up? All righty, come on up.
Hey.
Hey, Nikki. I didn't know you was a Sagittarius girl.
Yeah, you didn't know? Oh my God.
I'm a December Sag. I'm a December Sag.
What day?
11th.
I'm fifth. Hey.
Yeah, but I just want to say, like, everybody keep beating up on Anaya for the way she approached Melanie. But it's the thing, I feel like people gotta remember Anaya was out of her couple. So whatever Melanie said about KC was kind of like fair game at that point.
Yeah.
And Melanie is still in her couple and she's still hopeful for that couple. So it's kind of like Anaya kind of do have to walk on eggshell
Great
with her, what she's saying.
Great perspective, because she still likes the guy. And I think that every woman should understand that, because you know that you can only say what you really feel about that guy when she's fully checked out and broken up from him.
Yeah, because you could,
you know your girl is going to stay. You know you can only say but so much.
Exactly, because it's like KC was done. That was over with. Everybody could see that clear. So it was kind of like to be okay. Like, he just a Build-A-Bear, so and so, so and so. You don't need him. He don't fit into your life, because it was done. But with Sincere, she's like, when are you going to fix it? When are you going to fix it? You can't say to her, Sincere, you can do better than him, even though it's the truth. But she can't say that right now because she is still so infatuated with that boy. And I really wish somebody tell her that it should not be this hard in the beginning. You're not even in the real world yet.
Like, you speaking the word. You speaking the word, girl. It should not be this hard in the beginning of a relationship. You starting off like this.
All she's done is cry. All she's done
She
is
has
cry.
no color. Her color is drained. I'm looking at her, because I'm a millennial too, by the way. I'm looking at her. I'm like, this girl done lost all her color. Her hair is lifeless. Her eyes are lifeless. This boy has drained her in 3 weeks. How you let someone drain you in 3 weeks?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. I know it's like I'm in my late 30s, so it's kind of like I can sympathize, because in your 20s, it's like you like that person so much. You just want to fix them. Like, I know because she keeps saying he's a good person that do bad things. And I'm like, girl, that's not no good person.
Yeah.
That's not a good person.
You better tell him he ain't no good person.
He's a good person that just lies. Like, he is not a good person. And they was like one of my top people in the beginning.
You know I love them. You know I love them. I haven't held space for Casey and Anaya and Sincere and Melanie in weeks. And they were my tops. I was taking them to the end.
Yeah. And I can't lie, I'm kind of with the boy mom with KC. I ain't gonna lie, but
my mom was. It's okay.
I had to tap KC on the hand though, because when he got to Casa, he was doing too much. Like, I felt like his movie night didn't get bad until Casa, because all the things he said, it was valid, because those was his feelings. And it's just that Anaya needed to see his side, because to be keeping a buck, she was cutting him off a lot. She did care if he talked to people, because it's like, I love Anaya because I see my younger self in her so much. It's like we always want that reassurance, but then when it's time for us to take accountability, we don't want to hear it. We don't. So it was hard for this boy to be able to express his feelings to her. So I'm glad movie night was able to show her how he was feeling. So I guess that kind of like at the end they was able to put a button on a whole little situation.
Thank the Lord we can move on.
And I felt like Casey grew from this, because he was about to cry looking at himself, because that's not how he is.
I'm not a fan. But I did watch him, and I was just like, I think he's going to actively try to be better.
Yeah.
I
don't want to be with Titi.
I felt like he was really embarrassed. So I think he's going to try to be much better. We'll see. Only time will tell.
Yeah. And it's like, I was trying to like TT too, but I don't know if I can. I don't know.
Right. I can't do it. I can't.
She got too much dip on her chip for me.
Yeah.
Okay. Too much dip on her.
I tried. Even when my mom was like, that girl ain't it. I tried. But now I'm just like, I can't do it.
Because I was like, okay, she is defending him. They kind of are jumping him a little bit. But then it's like, when he just talked to her on this episode to Anaya, he came back. He was so happy and light. You saw her face. She didn't like that.
Yeah.
She didn't like it.
Mm-hmm.
I just can't. And Kenzie and Dylan is a paid actor. He's trying to get his SAG card.
Absolutely an actor.
Cause I said, how you make Kayla a moment about you?
He's doing too much. It's just like if he cuts it in half, I don't think the audience will get annoyed with him. But he's doing so much, it's getting annoying. It's like it's so
popcorn scene.
It's the crying for me.
Okay.
I was hollering when he was crying because I said, I looked up, like, is he really crying? Cause I don't see now tear in his eye.
Well, what is he crying for?
Attention, camera time.
Like, Dylan is a paid actor. I said this is Caleb's moment to have his, redemption.
His moment. He's gonna take it. It's just like we just met you. We don't even know if we like you yet. You doing too much.
I don't like him. Like Caleb could go. Not Caleb. I'm sorry. Dylan can go. I still keep wondering why Gall is still on our villa. Like, why is he there?
He won't be there after Friday.
He just keep taking up space.
He gonna be back at that coffee shop on Saturday.
And Bryce and Trinity. I love Trinity. I really wanted Trinity to bring back Corey. I don't trust Bryce. I don't know why. I just don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't trust him. Cause it's like he's 30, she's 22. Mm-hmm. He put that battery in her back during the recoupling because he lied about what KC said. Mm-hmm. And she still was holding on to that. Yeah. And it just kind of like she just started barking for him. Mm-hmm. And she don't even know she's doing it. But he put that battery in her back. It just like, I just don't want him to touch the money. I know he probably is, but I don't want him to touch the money. But it's like, whatever. But my vote is going to Carl and Anaya because they are so cute. I'm just like, oh, I love them.
I think it's going
to be. And then he like, and he grown man fine.
Yeah.
With them glasses. I just like, okay, Carl. I'm so happy. Everybody trying to say on the internet, that's forced. I'm just like, shut up.
I love it.
I don't care either. They like, she don't like him like that. He's supposed to like her more. That's how it's supposed. That's how it works.
Yeah.
That's how the relationship gonna last. He have to like her more. He have to. But yeah, and with Kenzie, like, she not going nowhere, at least no time soon. It's other people to get out before her. And like with movie night, I wish they showed the part where she was talking about how Corbin brought her that little heart pancake, and she was like, I needed to see that. I needed that to be in front of Melanie. Like, whatever she was saying, I wish they shown her conversations like that to show that she was not a girl's girl and she was in this one-sided competition with Melanie. I wish they shown that. And I wish they shown more Zach and Bryce talking, like, about how he feels about Trinity. But then I realized they're protecting Brinity, so they wasn't going to show.
They can't lose that relationship because Trinity might dump him. You know what I mean? So they're just like, we got to protect this because Trinity's a wild card. So I get that.
Because I was like, I'm disappointed in this part 2 of movie night. It really could have been like an added 30 minutes on to the other episode.
We were telling them you could make it 2 hours. We will be here.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah,
I mean, this is like I like this little Love Island. But yeah, I wish they shown it, but then I realized, yeah, we have to protect Brandy. So they're not gonna do too much with them because I thought they were gonna show her connecting with Corey and kissing in the booth, but
Yeah.
they didn't show that either. Cause they didn't wanna, cause Bryce was on watch when he was in Castle, so they didn't wanna.
Side watch.
They didn't want to rock the boat with them. So I was like, whatever, I guess. And then with Kata, everybody being hard on Kata, but she's young.
Yeah.
She
They're
don't
all very
see
young.
it. She think, oh, he's British. He's like another race. That's exotic to her. That's exciting to her.
Yeah.
She never had that before. The same with Trinity. He's 30 years old. Oh, I get to have a 30-year-old boyfriend. Like, that's exciting.
No.
Yeah, they said he turned 30 on the island.
Not 30,
Bryce. Yeah.
Yeah, Bryce, like he's 30. That's new to them. That's exciting at that age. So it's like it kind of cut them some slack, especially Kate, even though we clocking Zach from left to right because he keep love bombing her. And then I don't like the fact that he love bombs her while I don't want to be crass, but while he's inside her.
Yeah.
I hate that for yeah.
All right,
but yeah,
final
but that's it.
All right.
My final thought is real quick. I hope Carl and Anaya win. But Trinity, I don't even want to talk about Bryce, but Trinity wins the money.
Everybody says that. Everybody just like Trinity. Nobody says Trinity and Bryce. It's all Trinity. I hope Bryce knows if they win that Trinity got them that money.
Give her the money.
No. I don't think he's going to do that. But I'm just saying. I hope that if they win, he knows that she's the only reason why he's touching that money.
Yeah, and then I just want Melanie to get some therapy after this.
She's gonna need it.
It's really like I'm not even trying to be funny because she's a different person from day one.
Yeah, I think this whole cast is going to need therapy, especially coming out and dealing with this fan base. I hope the show does that because they definitely needed it last year.
Well, they say that they have I heard that they had that they had a therapist on.
They have a therapist on set, but they don't continue the therapy with the cast once they leave the show. So I want them to continue it at least until after the reunion, maybe a couple of weeks or so. But anyway, Christina, thank you so much for joining me.
All right. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Have a good night. Talk to you soon. Bye. Alex, I'm going to end with you. And I want to bring up, Kyla, what happened? No, I was saying that I was ending with Alex, but I was going to talk to you. Kyla, come back. Yes. Alex is going to be the last person that we talk to. Kyla is next, and Alex is going to be the last person that we talk to. And then I'll get the rest of my super chats, and I'll let you go. Hey. Kyla?
Oh, hey, hey, Nikki, hey, Nikki, hey, Nikki. Star fam, hi, Mama Star.
I know.
Girl, I just finished the episode because I was just out running errands. This could have been an email for real.
Yeah.
This could have been an email. Honestly, maybe I'm just the wrong person. Maybe I just hold grudges. Maybe that's me. But I don't like all this apologizing going on for real.
Oh, really?
I was just kind of like, I just want people to stand on what they stand on, but I get it. Like, it's not everyday drama.
Yeah. Well, I do think that had they gotten more time, they all would have got around to apologizing. I think production made them apologize because of how toxic the conversation was getting outside the show. Because I noticed that Love Island is a lot more active than they have ever been with the fan base. Like they're commenting under people's posts and they're saying you asked and we listened. So they're a lot more active now. So I know that they knew that this conversation was getting very, very toxic. And then there was a guy who was getting girls together to come to Fiji and beat up Anaya. So so I think that they were just like, this is getting out of hand. We have to dead this because it's getting violent now. So, but I still think eventually,
Yeah.
if Christina and Nia would have apologized to each other and squashed it. I felt like production just made it happen sooner because the fan base was getting out of hand.
Okay.
Really?
Okay. Now that you say that, that makes a lot more sense. Because I was just kind of like, I mean, she was wrong for standing over Casey in the sense of like, you just don't want it to be done to you. My mama say, if you don't want a man to hit you, you don't hit a man. So kind of like that type of mentality.
Yeah.
But TT apologizing, Parmesan, I'm so sorry. She just needed to zip her mouth. I don't know what's going on with her during
Me
movie
either.
night. She was just doing ad libs for no reason, and it was really annoying me, especially knowing that her accent is not real. Because I don't know if you saw the TikTok
Oh,
of her like.
yeah, I saw her TikTok. And I don't know, maybe she got new fillers before she came to the
the
villa.
lips.
Because she keeps
Maybe.
on going like this. So I'm thinking something is up with the lips, and it's maybe affecting. She probably got filler on the jaw too.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe affecting how she's speaking, but I don't think it's affecting how she's acting. And that's also like just very odd.
Very odd.
Very,
Very odd. Very odd. I was like, oh, so you don't have an accent, but why would you want an accent for the show? I don't know, but maybe I agree with your theory there about the filler thing, because I'm genuinely not understanding what's going on with that girl.
yeah.
The owl, and I just honestly, like, overall, I think obviously Love Island is a look into the sociology and psychology behind dating. And I also had to like check myself a lot watching this, because I was just kind of like, the whole thing with Anaya and Casey and Carl, like, I even found myself applying to what people are saying in my real life. Like, not everything's about the fine men. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes you actually need to be with somebody that actually likes you, like actually is yearning for you, wants to be with you. And I think a lot of the problem with the girls is that they're forgetting that men are supposed to be pursuing them. I think every
They're
time they
forgetting what this show is about.
literally.
Barbie's dream house. The
And
kids
Ken
are
is the
supposed to
accessory.
pursue Barbie. Like, this is not about the guys. No shade. F their feelings. This is about the girls. This is a woman show.
Like,
not make it about the guys. They are here because they are supposed to be pursuing women. But I told you guys before about how one of the Love Island producers did an interview last season. It was just like, I think they did it with Variety, and it was just like, oh, we have to encourage the guys, last season guys, we had to encourage them to pursue, because they would just lay around all day. And he was just like, we have to like encourage them to get out there and have these conversations, because we're filming a show and we need content. But they were just like, if we weren't doing it, they would have not done it, because the bromance was becoming a lot stronger than the romance that they were casted to do.
Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. We haven't seen as many dates. These girls are like, even when movie night's going on and all the clips are going on, they're like, I respected you. I didn't kiss anyone. I didn't. But it's like, baby, it's not supposed to be that way. You're supposed to explore, yes, but
I think this cast, the OGs, I think they all messed up the flow of the season when they decided to lock in so early. It didn't get it. And I'm not saying that you have to explore, but you got to be open to the new people that are coming in.
Yeah, for sure.
Down and reject everybody, because that is the show. It's the bombshells are supposed to come in and test if your connection is real. That's why a lot of connections fell apart at Casa, because they were all faking it.
Yeah.
All of that. Like, that irks me the most. Like, especially when I think Mel or Trinity, I think not Trinity, sorry, Kata was like, I only kissed him once, or I didn't even kiss anyone. I had so much respect for you.
Why?
Why?
She's going to stay in this coupling, although just like Melanie, her gut, it keeps on telling her. Her intuition, her discernment keeps on telling her this is not the guy for her. But she hasn't explored anybody. She came in and got with Zach, and that was it. And like anytime a guy tried to explore her, I want to respect Zach. Girl,
I'm not gonna kiss him. I just, baby girl, this is a TV show. This is a TV show. And I see this with my friends all the time. But yeah, my final thoughts are, ladies who are watching, please stop respecting these men because they don't respect you the same way. And even if they do, that's their own choice. That's a personal choice that you have with somebody. At the end of the day, you have to, like, if we go back to basic animalistic behavior, you're choosing the right suitor for you. You're choosing the right person who's going to help your bloodline extend.
Yeah, they forget that.
Like, we need to think about those things when we go into relationships and dating with people. Not every day it's the
Absolutely agree.
fine spirits. Not every day it's the fine spirits. Choose that man that got a little coin in his pocket, yes, but it's gonna respect you and not just gonna choose you every time he does something wrong and comes back to you. But yes, thank you, Nikki, for having me on as always.
Thank you for coming on
And
here. I appreciate it.
of course, good night, Mama Star. Good night, Nikki. Good night, Star.
Good night. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Alex, are you ready? Thumbs up if you are.
Alex, where you at?
Just get. I'm bringing you up. Hello.
I'm trying to type it like yes, I'm here.
No. You don't have to type it. Just show me. That's all.
Oh,
I'm
I
so
don't
sorry.
know. I don't know. I don't know how that works. I'm sorry. I'm on here.
What's up, Alex Star?
I'm on here for a few reasons. Hello, Nicole. Hello, NikkiStar. Hello, Mama Star. Hello, Star family. I'm on here because I could not reply in the chat for some reason. And like some people, like I made a comment, and some people were like, "Oh,
sure? I saw you all up and through the chat."
You know, I was able to chat, but like certain people were like actually like directing comments to me, and I couldn't respond to them for whatever reason.
You couldn't put the hat on, and
I don't know. Maybe I'm now a unk and don't know how to do stuff now. But one of the ladies she asked me. Oh wait, no, I want to do this first. First of all, I want to apologize. I had no idea that I was in women's business. I, I had no. I started watching Love Island on season 6. So I didn't really realize that this was like a women's show and it's catered to the women. And you know, had I known that, I would not have been so aggressive with I would not have been so aggressive with trying to get like the male perspective and all of that. So I do want to apologize for that because I didn't know I was in your business. My bad. That's my bad. Now, with that being said, the question was posed that like now that I've seen Casey apologize for the disrespect, do I not see how he was disrespectful or, you know, in that situation? I will say that I still personally feel like KC was not disrespectful. I do think he just did too much. I don't think that it was a level of like it's a matter of doing too much in a sense like you don't want to see that played back because you can see how that looks. Not in a sense that he was literally disrespecting Anaya. I think that when it comes down to dating multiple people and then on top of that, like you're talking with your boys, you're naturally going to compare who you have more in common with. Oh, like you know, you're naturally going to do that as Anaya did about Carl. Like she's saying, oh, he's more mature. He's this. He's like, so you're naturally going to do that when you're dating multiple people or trying to get multiple people. So I personally didn't feel like he was disrespectful in that sense. I'm glad he did apologize. I think that he would have apologized much
you don't feel
sooner.
like he was disrespectful even though he said he was?
Again, if he think he was disrespectful, cool. I'm just saying based off what I got from it and how I know men to be, I'm not defending him. I'm just saying to me personally, I wouldn't have taken that as disrespect.
Okay.
I think that as far as him apologizing, I think that he tried to earlier and they were still cutting him off. So that's why they weren't able to get the apology that they thought that he.
Well, wait, you said that you did not like the way he tried to apologize to Anaya the first time he pulled it for a chat.
No. I'm talking about like even at movie night. Like when he tried to speak about when he saw the actions and he tried to.
He pulled Anaya for a chat after movie night, and he still
No, that was before. That was before movie night. The
Are you?
the apo- the apo-
No,
the
yeah,
apo-
you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah, like once he tried to apologize, like after seeing all that and tried to like get a word in, it was no, like they literally didn't even allow him to try to even apologize, like they did Sincere, like they did Kenzie. So the hypocrisy in the villa is draining me. And
But
when
it's
I'm
Barbie's dream house. Ken
no
and
no no
his
no no no, even no, I'm saying even for Sincere, like nobody is lipping off at him. Everybody is just, oh, okay. Like it's just.
You understand that I think that for Sincere and Kenzie, people are just really shocked. They had no idea that they were both like that. They saw totally different people. So remember, after Kenzie and after Sincere's movie night, everybody was dead silent because I think people could not believe that this is who the people were. Even KC and Corbin was just like, this is really, really bad. All the guys were like gagged watching Sincere. Bryce said to Melanie and all the girls, like, he lied to us too. We thought that he was a different kind of person. So I think everybody was just very, very shocked because Sincere's movie night was even for me. I watched the stuff he did and I was still like, oh, this is scary.
I think they were more gagged like us, like how you just said that even you knew all of it and were still like taken aback. I think that they were in a standstill because they knew they weren't going to say anything. Like it was like, wow, this is extremely bad, and we're still not going to say anything. They were too stunned to speak because it's just like, oh, this is Sincere. We're not going to go off on him. What the heck is going to happen? What are we going to do? They were just too stunned in that way, and I just can't take it. This will definitely be my last season of Love Island. I can't. The producers' hands are too heavy in it. And it's just going too crazy for me. I will say this is the last thing I'm going to say. It is crazy to see 17 people in this villa right now. Like it's way too many people. They need to nix the couple thing, and they need to like stand. They need to do that challenge or whatever when they had to stand behind a person they wanted to save or whatever, and knock off like 5 people at once.
Yeah, I think it's some kind of mass dumping. It's far too
Yeah,
many.
like, and it doesn't need to be, and it doesn't need to be by couple. They just need to send. They need to take the people out individually. Break up the couples
Well,
if you
I
need
think
to.
that's what America says is. I think that's what it's going to be. America is probably going to vote on their like least favorite islanders or something, and Ariana is going to come out and be like, 6 of you guys were chosen as America's least favorite islanders. 3 of you will go home or something like that.
Yeah, they need to do that.
Or
Break up these couples.
choose 3 people to save or something like that.
Yeah, break up these couples. Don't even save the couples. Gal gotta go. Kenzie gotta go. Dylan gotta go. All the white people gotta go. Sorry, gotta go. And it's and it-
Caleb
and it's and it's Dylan, Caleb. You know what Caleb on this show reminds me of. Remember when Kim Fields was on Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Yeah.
It's like this is just not the show for. He needs to do Love Is Blind.
Yeah.
Like it's just not for him. Kenzie got to go. Kenzie has to go.
Well, I feel like unless America votes her off, the Islanders are not going to send her.
Why
The
should
OG
Kenzie go
girls
home?
are not going to get rid of.
She's so lustful, and she's not a good friend, and she's literally not a good friend, and she's just I can't. I
Yeah.
can't. She's a liar. Oh, the lady on here, I forget her name. The one who said that she's gonna try to apply to be on. She said that she can like respect Kenzie and all that. I was like, are you kidding me? Kenzie, who was kissing on Corbin when she was in a couple with somebody else, saying let's not tell nobody.
Here's the thing. Kenzie is a man eater, and I don't think she knows that yet.
She's a man eater.
Kenzie likes to devour men. She doesn't know that yet. She thinks because she said a kiss is like a handshake to her. So she doesn't know that about herself yet. Because when people said that she was lustful, she's like, I'm not lustful. But she doesn't realize that you can get to know a guy by just talking to him. she feels like she has to get physical. When she gets physical, if it's not popping, she's out. She doesn't get that she's future. She doesn't understand that yet. So what I can respect is how Kenzie plays this villa, but I do think that she needs to be on Temptation Island, not Love Island.
Her
AJ, I will say this: we respect everybody in the Star family's opinion, even if we disagree. We have to respect it.
Yeah, I respect it, but it definitely just had me thinking like, are we watching the same Kenzie? The Kenzie who in every confession
perspectives. Me
every
have a completely different perspective on KC.
We
you
do.
See him as this man without blemish. He is
not without blemish. I already, Nick, I told you, I can acknowledge when I feel like he's wrong, but
Did you acknowledge that?
Yes, I said that he said some things that were a little too far. Like that I don't think it was disrespect.
Acting as if like he's been bullied in this villa and not people reacting to the.
He has been bullied. He has for sure. He has for sure been bullied.
Also,
again, so the timeline of the situation is that okay, nobody stood at his door. Cool, whatever. We're not gonna make that a big thing, right? He finally got coupled with Anaya. He said that he's open to exploring, but no, he's good with what he got, blah blah blah. Once the chatter started getting in Anaya's ear that she might be a safe option, that became one of them things where those girls who have nothing wrong in their relationship, they start nitpicking. That's what she started nitpicking with him about. Oh, I just feel like I'm a safe option. No, you don't feel like that. You just heard that through the grapevine, so now you're saying you feel like that. But I assured you that you're not the safe option. You asked me about soul. I told you I'll be open to exploring.
But he's telling the guys something different.
No. It's not. No.
Guys, that's why Bryce crowned him.
No.
Who was a villain.
No, it wasn't something different. He told them that he would want to explore her, but that he also did tell Anaya that I would like to explore her if the feelings was mutual. Like, I'm not about to go out on my neck.
Me and Anaya have nothing in common.
Because they don't. As the time went on, they don't. We're black. That's it.
But here's the thing.
But look, no, because even with Melanie said to her, you know that y'all ain't got nothing in common. You know he doesn't fit into your life. That's basically saying they don't have nothing in common. They know, they all know it.
But let's deal with the facts of the situation. He's telling this girl all of these things, right? That he still chooses her, even though she's feeling like he's not being sincere. People are telling her that he's not being sincere. She's going back to him and asking him. He's confirming that everything is okay. He will choose her every time. Writes her that letter, calls her the blueprint. Then he gets the casa, and it's a totally
no. See, you're skipping the conversation before casa.
What is the conversation before casa?
Do you? I don't. She told this to him. She got in her head again and telling him to do him. Like after we just had this beautiful moment, and then there you're gonna revert back to, oh, you wanted to keep soul.
Because she found out that he wanted to. He said that the guys asked him, even Zach said, "Are you sure about that?" Because you're saying something totally different. So,
but it's not totally different.
Fighting to keep soul and saying that you wanted to explore her, but you're telling Anaya she's your number one and she has nothing to worry about.
Because why are we dumping soul and keeping Jen? At the end of the day, yes, I'm going to vote to keep somebody that I'm interested in exploring.
Well, no, because you also are forgetting the conversation where soul is just like, if you want me, explore me. He's not doing that.
Because also, I mean, well, that was like what?
Blame a woman for a man's actions.
But yeah, I'm saying, but that was like a day before the same day as the vote off.
That's the thing. He's saying that he wanted to keep her, to explore her. He's still not doing it. She's finding out that he wants to explore the girl because she's saying to him, if that's what you want to do it. The reason why he's not telling her the truth is because she knows that he won't stay. All the guys operate like that. They say something totally different to each other. They say the truth to each other and say something totally different to the women, because these women are not going to stick around while they have their little Dominican Republic trick with any bombshell that walks into the villa. That's the problem. The men know that, and they're being slick and deceitful by not telling the women the truth. So you'll say, I want you to be my number one. I will always choose you. It's always you for me, but not being honest and saying, I do like you. I like this. I like what we have. I like us in our coupling, but I want to be open and explore other people, because you know that that girl is going to be like, well, okay, then this isn't for me.
But she can't do that because she didn't have anybody interested in her.
But that doesn't matter.
It does. It does.
You can on Love Island. You can be like, I just want this to be a friendship coupling. You can do that. It has been done, and that.
But she would not have. She would not have done that. She would not have done that.
I think she absolutely would have done it, and that's why he lied to her. Same thing with Sincere. Although these girls are caught up with,
but I think that's what we can't. That's what we can't see eye to eye on. Mm-hmm. He was not lying to her. He told her he wanted to explore soul.
His fellow men called him a villain.
We're talking about Bryce. Bryce called him a villain. Bryce also lied on him.
Bryce also has had conversations with Casey in the villa. When Casey is talking about he's Bryce says, look me in my eye and say that, because he's having conversations with the men and they know what he's saying about Soul and Anaya. So they're feeling like
they knew that he said that she's attractive, that she reminds me of my ex. Yes, all those things. But he also did tell Anaya that he wanted to explore Soul. That's what I'm trying to get. He told her that.
No, he did not.
Nikki, after this live,
when she tells him to go do that, no, it's not her. He backtracks when he sees her reaction, because he does not want her to move on from him. He was keeping her as a placeholder, and everybody in the villa who was there with him confirmed that. You're just watching edited clips. Everybody who was in that villa with KC said Bryce, who was with them, said that he was a villain. Never trusted everything that he was saying about Anaya, because he was saying something different to the men. Everybody who was in there with him, especially after movie night, looked at Anaya and said he was using you as a placeholder. Mm-hmm. That's why he got cussed out. Because they said you really didn't like her. You really didn't want to stay there with her, but you had no options, because you wasn't going to pursue Soul because you felt like you couldn't compete with Sincere. And you knew you couldn't keep Anaya in that situation. That is what's happening.
They chewed him out the moment he walked back with TT.
Nobody was mad about that. Everybody
he couldn't even speak. He couldn't even speak when he brought her back.
I want to be honest with you. He can't speak. That's the problem. He does not know how to hold a conversation. He does not know how to articulate. That is the problem. You give him an opportunity, he cannot do it.
He has been speaking to all of them, speaking life into everybody in the villa, talking to all of them.
He got an opportunity at movie night. Wait, let me speak. You let him speak. He's not saying anything. He cannot have the conversation. When he pulls Anaya for a chat, he says, Anaya, can I talk to you? You go first.
Because he didn't want her to interrupt him once it was time for him to speak.
No, you can't make an excuse for him, because that never happened, and he didn't say that. He sat down with her and he said,
I'm just going based off the track record.
You can go based off the track record. I'm going off of what happened. I'm going off of what was said. Mm-hmm. You don't know him, so you're going off of what you probably would have done. Maybe you're identifying with him, but that's not what
I'm not identifying with him.
Maybe that's why, but I'm telling you that's not what happened. So you can't say, oh, he would, because of based off the track record. You don't know that.
It is what happened, because even once he did try to start talking and saying his piece, then she did have a million things to say. And it's like, this is why I told you to go first. He did say that.
For a chat, then you need to start off the conversation. You don't start off the conversation because you don't know how to hold one. That is the problem. We are not addressing that. Not only is him and Anaya unequally yoked, they are not compatible in literacy. And that is the problem. We don't want to address that with that young man because we don't want to disparage a black man. But there is a literacy issue with him.
Okay,
and
but
he
cannot
communicate.
Even in that, to just take it back, even in that, so you're proving his point that they don't have anything in common. So why was that such a bad statement to say?
We've been saying that they are not compatible.
But what? So
My
when he's
issue was that he was not honest with her and how he talked about all the women in the villa. You have to be honest here. He has been angry at those women and been punishing Anaya because nobody was at his door. For him to bring up that door at the recoupling, I thought it was about you found something better in TT. Now it was nobody was at my door. Nobody was there for me.
but
Nobody
he's
showed me.
but he
What are
said
you
that
talking about?
he said that to show how that TT is actually somebody who was there for him.
So he's saying that he's bringing up the door 3.5 weeks ago, first challenge. He's bringing up the door because TT is actively pursuing him. TT was a bombshell who is being paid to pursue.
But but the girls even on After Sun was saying that they all were interested in KC as well, though. So he actually just felt because even nobody was going on
Well,
chats with
he said
KC.
I got
No,
forward, I got powers here.
no, nobody in the villa was interested in KC even after the
Nobody
door.
at Casey's door because he was being manipulative on day one. Remember when he said, "I picked the plants because I thought
About
that's
the
what the
flags,
girls would
yeah,
like."
yeah,
That wasn't
yeah,
even him.
yeah.
Only
But
thing
I'm saying, but even
he thought that they were doing, and then when he got rejected because of it, he just been pissed at the girls the whole time.
even after the door, none of the girls were interested in him. That
None of the
no,
girls, none of the girls were interested in him because he was weird. They like when he said that he picked the door because he thought that the girls would like the plants. Okay, that didn't work. So now what are you doing? You're not going after anybody. You're not pursuing anybody. When you do talk about the girls, it's a negative way because nobody picked you behind the door. They didn't know him. And then what they do know about him is that he's brooding. If we, the audience, are getting this conversation about the door from him, my God, today, they heard about that door in the villa. I don't think the girls did, but they heard about that rejection. And you cannot treat people that you dislike favorably and think they won't catch it or clock it. And that is what Anaya was feeling. Because she was coupled up with him, she got all of the anger, all of the punishment that he wanted to do to the women in the villa. Because when he got to Casa, he said it. He said, I got powers here. The girls didn't understand me. He brings TT back. Oh, she chose me. Nobody was at my door. He's holding on to that. Now, I will say this. Now that he has somebody who chose him, now that he spoke his piece about that door, we may get a different Casey. We may get somebody who enjoys this process. But we have to realize that this young man operated in animosity because he was not chosen by the women at the on the first day. So he's been holding this grudge against him and hyped up them Casa girls, him and Corbin, hyped up them Casa girls to come back and start some conflict, and it did not go in his favor. I'm glad that he found a connection with TT. He went about it the wrong way. And the reason why so many of us feel so strongly about it is because we were rooting for him. KC, I'm telling you, as a woman who watches this show, he was going to win it. He blew it because you don't come to Barbie's dream house and hate on Barbie and her girls. He forgot what show he was on, and that's why he lost it. This is on KC. It is not on anybody else. He has to own it, and I think he did. I think he said that how he acted was not good. He didn't even like it. He said, that's not me. But I can agree that maybe that's not him. I think the bitterness and the animosity got the best of him and he showed up in his worst self. I feel like if he would have been picked, we probably would have never seen this person. But that rejection ate him up, and this is who he presented himself to be. So we got to see him and see how he handles rejection. And it is not good. He needs to do better.
So you think he needs to go to therapy?
They all do. After this experiment, they all do.
yeah,
Especially with this fan base, they all are going to need some serious therapy.
yeah, yeah. Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Again, thank you so much, Alex.Star, for sharing your opinion. It's not easy.
Yeah.
To
Oh
do.
no, I am for sure Alex. I am for sure Alex.Star now.
You are Alex.Star. Thank you so much for joining me.
Alex.Star. Thank you, my love.
You have a good
Yes.
night, and I'll see you in the group chat.
Yes, ma'am. Love y'all.
Love you. Bye. All right, guys. I am going to get my super chats, and I'll let you get out of here. Did I get that one? We got that one.
There was some afterwards.
Kate Pratt said, damn, people may be right that Nick is MAGA. Is this going to be like when people caught Kenny's likes, but we made excuses? There are screenshots of voter registration likes on Love Island. If this is old, that's already been debunked. That's not old. His voter registration. And until there's any additional proof, I wouldn't believe it. I don't believe it. Nick and his family don't give me that, but I could be wrong. But for right now, until we get certified proof, I wouldn't believe it. Thank you so much, K Prep, for the super chat. We got another super chat for, this is a comment from Donnie, and I wanted to bring this up. Donnie said, thank you, Nikki and Mama Star. I am grieving the loss of my mom. She passed in February, and we lived together, and the night is so hard for me. I forgot the rest of your comment, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us during this time. I really hope that we have been giving you joy and laughter here. And I thank you for just spending this time with us. We love you so much, and we thank you for being a part of the Star family. And I also want to get this from Tori, because I made a comment about Ace that a lot of these guys are going to go the way of Ace. And Tori said, well, Ace had money before the show. Absolutely. He was at $1 million before he even got to the villa. What I was speaking about is that after Ace did that, because we were calling Ace and Shelly, Ace, and we were also calling Ace and Shelly and Nick and Landry. We were calling them the Core Four. Ace went on that interview with Speedy, and it just killed any momentum that he had. This show was supposed to catapult him, and it was. He got in his own way. So that's what I meant. These men, they're going to get in their own way. The egos are going to get in their own way. The manosphere, the red pill logic, they are going to get in their own way. And it's unfortunate, but it's a lesson probably that they all have to learn. Thank you so much, Tori. Natalie, thank you for the super chat. Natalie said, you know what drives me crazy is that day 5, everyone but Anaya said Mel and Sin were toxic when they thought it was her fault. But now, come on, Natalie, come on. But now that they see Sin's actions, it's fixable. Make it make sense. Because women get no grace and men get all. That's all it is. Sincere lied to everybody in the villa, deceived everybody in the villa. And they are still protecting him. Insane. Thank you so much, Melanie, for the super chat. We had, I also wanted to bring up this comment from April. April said, Nikki, did you see that Parmita's accent is fake? Yes, I did see that TikTok with her. Like I said before, I think it's just a filler that's messing her up. I think she got filler in her lips and in her jaw. And I think it's messing up her speech because I think it's fresh. I think she got it before she came here, and it takes weeks for that stuff to settle in. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what's happening here. But thank you so much for the comment. Chief Nomad, thank you for the super chat. Chief Nomad said, I knew I was right, but this right? Wow. Casey admitting to silent resentment. That was my first issue on the recoupling night. He sounded like he was talking to an op and not a girl he bonded with for 3 weeks. That the rejection ate him up. And I think what he needed to see was himself and realize, oh man, that's not me, or that's not how I wanted to show up. And I think that we're going to get a different side of him now that he's aware of how he's looking in this villa. But who knows? Thank you, Chief Nomad, for the super chat. Jim, thank you for the super chat. Jim said Carl is Clark Kent with glasses. He absolutely is. I don't know if him and Anaya are going to make it out of the villa, but if they do, I know they're going to look great at that reunion. This is a comment, not a super chat, but a comment from Hannah. Hannah said Melanie's sister is online dragging Anaya after today's episode. And this is why the show does not want the family manning the cast social medias, because the families just make it complicated. And I think that if that is Melanie's sisters, she is making her sister's experience extremely complicated because her sister is a part of the Bratz Pack. And that is something that the audience created, the fan base created, and it's something that can be very successful and beneficial to her sister. She needs to lock in and let her sister eat. And this is going to be a detriment. Hannah, can you send to me what you're seeing of Melanie's sister? Because I haven't seen anything. I don't follow her, so I don't even know who she is. But can you send that to me, please? Thank you so much. And we got our final super chat of the night from Texas Spice. Hey, Texas Spice said KC lied to Anaya when he said he had resentment she didn't know about. He also lied and said she wasn't restricting him and told the men different. I think we're all very aware that the men in this villa tell the women one thing and tell the men another thing. Even Bryce. Trinity does not know the conversations he's had about her with Zach. I hope she sees that before the reunion. Thank you so much, Texas Spice, for the super chat. And thank you all so much for joining me. Please make sure you like the video before you head out. And I will see you tomorrow for the next episode of Love Island USA. I think we're getting some dumpings. I think we're getting eliminations on Friday and Sunday. I think Monday will be America Says. Tuesday will be Baby. I don't think we're going to get Family Night, but I think we might get another elimination. They got a lot of bodies to dump before we get a Final Four. So we will see. Thank you all so much, Star family. This is very great. Thank you all for joining me. I know it's very late for a lot of you, especially my East Coast people. Thank you all for staying up with me. Love you too, Emmy. And I will see you all soon. And thank you, Alex the GOAT. I think we got through to him, guys. Good job, Barbie's Dream House. Love you all. See you soon.
Love you
Bye.
guys. Good night.